Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nat20Hot. We are a weekly Dungeons and Dragons stream with a bunch of friends who like to play Dungeons and Dragons together. We've been doing this for just over a year now, which is crazy to me, and we're so grateful that you all have decided to join us on this here Wednesday, back on our regular schedule. If you're interested in what we're doing here, we do this for fun, but we also do this for the kids. We are raising money for Extra Life, a delightful charity that raises money for life-saving and critical care for children in children's hospitals around the country and in Canada. Your donation goes towards hospitals in your area, so every penny does count. We were just a little bit shy of our goal last year, so if I learned anything from my day job, it's you set even harder goals for the next year. So that's exactly what we did. So very grateful if you were to drop some contributions. The link is in the chat. You can also somehow find us at extralife.org/team/nat20hot because we can customize that now, which is super cool. And that is all the updates that we have. So with that, let's dive into our recap, where in our anniversary special last time out, the party ventured deeper into the woods of the Whisperwood Swamp in the search of Lady Ophelia, a hag of the Moonlit Coven, the dreaded nemesis of one Willem. Encountering a weary traveler who offered assistance, the party was suspicious, but unfortunately not perceptive or insightful enough to detect any foul play, only then to be led into a trap by the wretched man, a servant of the Night Weaver herself. However, assuming him to be under her thumb, they opted, quote, to not kill him, but rather leveraged him to find out more about where she's based, which is evidently outside of a small fishing village of Misthold. Making their way to the town, they found little more than weary residents living in squalor. In chatting with some of the many nervous townsfolk, the party learned that Misthold is certainly under the thumb or influence of Ophelia, with everyone complaining about terrible nightmares that is driving out those who came into their shop, namely Randy. Willem's encounter with a fellow Hexblood, the blind Portland kind, all but confirmed that she was near. The gang did more digging to get to the bottom of their location, also learning of a peculiar man named Eldrin Fellmore, who seems to provide a cure for Ophelia's nightmares, but the town elder Morwen is skeptical of his methods. When night fell, Randy finally cracked open the foreboding pages of the Etheric Compendium, and a potion of comprehend languages and many forceful page turns later, he was able to learn quite a bit about the creation of the universe, including a contingent of champions sent to the material plane to protect something, the great Alari, among them. After a restful night, the party got some guidance and some smoke bombs from a young rebel named Mara and headed deeper into the swamp where, quote, night never ends. Pursuing this lead, the party stumbled upon her lair, a ramshackle but tasteful house deep in the dark shadows of cottonwood trees. It was there that Ophelia raised a contingent of armored skeletons from the murky waters to fend off the party before retreating into her house. And so that is where we find ourselves. Despite the world around you being in broad daylight, it is quite dim. The occasional splatter of sunlight kind of flickering through the waving leaves of the trees above you. The bodies of those ancient warriors that you felled last session, their armor slick with slime, rest at your feet in the steps of the Night Weaver's lair ahead of you. You can re-enter the owlbear if you have not already.
Oh, buddy.
Everything's
Oh,
happening so
beans.
fast.
Hotel Wi-Fi. Don't fail me now.
And you just bookmark this. Oh, we're so tiny.
You have to zoom in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we still got Cena's dagger.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Randy, how long does spiritual weapon last?
10 turns.
A great question.
It
Pretty
does
sure
on
it's right.
I think it's just until end of combat.
It lasts 10 turns on Baldur's Gate, if I'm remembering correctly.
1 minute.
Okay, so it has expired.
Rats.
But yes, the foreboding abode, the forebode, is ahead of you. Uh, and yeah, the night is yours, or the day is yours, rather. How would you like to approach this?
Willem,
Yep.
what's the move?
Well, I think we probably got to go in there, but it's gonna be full of tricksy shit. So, brace yourselves for that.
I'm gonna
Anybody?
pull out my fiddle and start playing a counter charm. Just a little soft background melody.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what are the effects of your counter charm?
It works as lo-fi beats to study and relax
Oh,
to.
nice.
Um, uh, it also will give us advantage versus being frightened or charmed.
Okay.
That's probably important. All right. I will walk up to the door and kick it in.
Okay. You approach the door, making your way up the stairs. The creak underfoot, despite the like almost seeming like elegance of the house's exterior. It's pretty clear to you as you walk up the steps that it's a pretty maligned structure. There's gaps in the floorboard. There's littered with missing boards, and it kind of cracks into the waters below. And some of them are just kind of hanging on by sheer force of will. As you kick down the door, receiving very little resistance, you find yourself in a open foyer. Each of the sides of the room are flanked by two bay windows, letting whatever little light is outside trickle into the room. And immediately you are struck by these kind of vivid portraits that line the walls, basically from by the doors that you're at all the way around. The whole room is essentially a very large gallery wall. They're hung wherever there is open space. There are some that are kind of like unmounted and leaning up against the wall and stacked up against one another. There are paintings everywhere you can look. The bay windows are cramped, and there's like some cushions and bedding that have accumulated, like kind of piled up where someone might sit and read a nice book. But beyond that, on the north end of the room, the opposite side, there are three closed doors, each leading deeper into the house.
What are these paintings of?
You can make an investigation check if you'd like to take a close look at any of them. But they all seem to be of very different things. They are of different scenes, different people, all very similar in style, however.
Do any of these paintings have Ophelia or somebody who looks like her in them?
Make an investigation check.
All right. That's pretty good, folks. I investigate 18.
Looking around the room, you don't find any that have Ophelia in them. However, which side of the room in particular are you choosing to go on?
Let's say the one closest to where we came in. So I guess like south side of the room.
Okay. Yeah, you're scanning the room. You see a lot of similar, for lack of a better word, vibes in the paintings. They all detail kind of tragic events. There's a slew of murders. There's a number of dying loved ones. They kind of like people holding the hand of a deathbed born individual. People in a cemetery. Um, there are days of a portrait of a man sitting kind of penniless in an empty bank vault. They're all manner of terrible things that are on this wall.
In
Is
Willem,
there?
sorry, go ahead,
You go.
Steph. Oh, I was just gonna ask if there's one that might look like me or my parents, because Willem is surmising these are sort of trophies that Ophelia has commissioned of her nefarious acts.
I will say, as you scan the room, you are able to, you're kind of looking at all of them. You're getting a bit overwhelmed by the sheer volume of a series of unfortunate events that are unfolding before you. And inevitably, your eyes are kind of pulled and struck by a particular scene. Not of your parents or anything of that nature, but rather a raging fire that seems to be overtaking a ramshackle cabin on the edge of a dense forest. The crowd that kind of surrounds it, almost like silhouette against the burning flames. Almost like the blackness of the paint almost seems to like bleed over onto the edge of the frame, and you're struck by this kind of sick tension inside of you.
I'm just gonna turn to Branwen and go, "Yep, we found her spank bank."
I will have you make a
I look
wisdom.
suspiciously at that reading chair.
Oh God. I will have you make a wisdom saving throw, Willem.
Do I get advantage on it from Stephanie's counter charm?
You do not.
Okay, it's not bad. Hopefully. That would be an 18.
As you kind of stare into the pale, you make your snide comment to Branwen, and then look back at the portrait, and the world around you, like the blackness of the paint, and like seems to seep into the corner of your eyes, and almost suddenly you find yourself back there in that moment again, with the fire raging before you, with kind of red embers lashing out at you. The pain of that moment, one that you didn't even experience yourself, kind of sinking in. Um, and your friends around you missing.
Fuck.
Do any of us notice anything?
Bram, when you notice, make a perception check, I'll say.
Dice, 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 dice. Oh, I tied this too tight. That is a 16, 17.
So you're standing there and having Willem just made a remark to you, and you kind of see his eyes dilate a bit, and he doesn't turn back around to you. What you also see beyond him is Sina with her back to you, staring at a wall in a similar kind of catatonic state.
I'm just gonna take the bow of my fiddle and just play the most ear-splitting noise I possibly can to just distract them.
Make a performance check.
Yes. Okay. 18.
Willem, how are you experiencing this particular moment? It feels as though it's happening all around you.
I'm probably filled with trauma, and I'm probably sweating. If you've seen Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish, when death confronts him and his little kitty heart starts beating really fast and he gets very scared. Yeah, that's happening to Willem.
Are you doing anything?
Uh, Trying to push past the people and run into the building and save my parents.
Okay. I'll have you make a athletics check um, to attempt to force your way through the group.
Huh. 18.
You're able to pretty easily force your way to the front of the crowd. You notice that as you kind of force through them, you hear this kind of shrill note that kind of pulls you a bit back to reality. And that as you shove through the individuals, none of them really pay you any mind. They're kind of all ambivalent to you. None of them are cheering or jarring. They all kind of just let you pass and almost like seem to dissipate as you shove your way through them to the front door of the burning house.
I am going to try to knock down the door, just like I did into Ophelia's house.
Make an insight check.
Have either of them?
with advantage as you've kind of been pulled out of this state of.
Have
That would
either of them
be
snapped out of it?
They
a
have not snapped out of
14.
it. Sorry, Willem, what was that?
14.
It takes some doing, but you don't actually have to like push against the door. You struggle for a bit before finally the door just kind of gives way to you. And inside, you find just the burning embers of the house, flames lapping in every direction. And at the moment, upon first glance, you cannot find your parents. Randy first.
Um, seeing that Cena is distraught, Randy will go to her and try to wake her up as well. By lightly shaking her
Okay.
and
You
saying, "Cena, Cena."
you approach Cena, her eyes locked on a particular portrait on the wall. Um, and again, her pupils kind of sunken and dilated, and her mouth a bit agape. Um, I will have you make a strength check to attempt to shake her out of it.
You're
Can
within 10
I?
feet of me. You could add 2 to that.
It's a check, not a saving throw.
Never mind.
Can I see what the painting is first before I try that?
You can. Following her eyeline, you see a thin, pale hand clad in a very elegant steel gauntlet. It's gripping the cropped blonde hair of a young woman from behind, almost yanking it up and out. The face strikes you as familiar, but it's kind of cropped at the nose, and their eyes are closed, wincing in pain.
Could I make some kind of check to perhaps recognize the lower half of this face?
I will say that just based on your familiarity with Cena, you would, and upon close inspection, kind of what you're looking at, you would reason that that is her.
Okay. Yeah. Strength. All right. 6.
Okay. She does not respond. Um,
Don't look at the trauma paintings, folks.
Willem, you are in your old house while it burns to the ground. Your parents nowhere to be found. Branwen,
I would also like to shove Willem or something. I shove Willem into Dunk.
you could make a strength check as well.
Why is this strength? Why
I'm
can't
just
it
gonna
be
be looking
something
out and
like?
make sure that to see if like anybody tries to creep up on us while we're.
Okay, yeah, you can make it. I'll just take your active perception for that.
That's a solid 10.
Okay. You shove into and kind of shake Willem. Willem, what are you doing?
Besides being traumatized, I am going to probably go on my hands and knees and start looking for my parents or Bastion.
I'll have you make another insight check, but without advantage.
Dunk help. Dunk help.
That would be a solid 8.
Unfortunately, you are unable to find anything, and now have you make a wisdom saving throw by force of will.
That would be a natty 1.
Okay. Branwen, Randy, Dunk, you all witness as Willem kind of drops to his hands and knees and just starts pawing around on the ground, looking for truly anything. You're unable to see what he sees, kind of groping around on this maligned floor, just in the dust and dirt and grime of it. Um, I'll go in order of who did something last. Randy. But for Dunk first, sorry.
Oh, I'm going to see if I can run up and take the painting off the wall,
Okay. I will say that it takes you no effort at all to yank the painting down.
and I'm gonna smash it.
Okay. As you do so, as you snap the painting over your knee, you hear a faint jingle as a key drops from the painting to the floor. And Willem, the scene around you begins to fade, but I will have you roll a D100.
Oh, Boise.
That's so many numbers.
43.
You gain $43
In real
Okay.
life.
in real
Uh,
life.
43 US dollars. Willem can surely
roll
use it.
Donated to the Extra Life.
roll a D8.
So many rollings. 2.
$43.02 added to the Extra Life. Donate to the Extra Life, please.
Okay.
Not for the Canadians.
You suffer a touch of madness as you come back to reality. But as you kind of like feel around on the floor, you feel this like overwhelming sensation of vigor and energy that gives you a renewed sense of purpose. And you feel as though that you are double in size.
He feels.
Yes, he believes himself to be twice the size that he is.
That's so stupid. I love it.
Willem, sort of kneeling down, looks at his hands, and then one hand will just go right down to his crotch, and he'll sort of smile and nod his head, and turn around and go, "So that was crazy, huh?"
Randy, you still note Cena, kind of her eyes locked on the portrait in front of her. And being so close to her, you hear like a small scream start to slip out of her lips. She's like silent, like the feeling as though you're screaming in a dream, and you can't. Nobody can hear you.
Like when you're having sleep paralysis and you try to scream and you can kind of feel outside
Yeah,
of your
it's like
body that you're for sure screaming, like in real life, but
yeah.
like you can't scream. Yeah,
What
totally.
the?
You've never had that? It's the worst
No.
fucking
It
feeling
is
I've ever
it is
had.
the worst feeling.
I've
So
never
bad.
had sleep paralysis, and I feel like I just jinxed it.
Yep.
I've also
Pretty
never
bad.
experienced sleep paralysis. Closest I got was knowing I was dreaming and not being able to get out.
Lucid dreaming.
I'm
I
really
was
good at
not in
waking
control
myself
of the
up.
situation.
I'm kind of a dream expert, so ask me whatever. I'm gonna go seeing what Dunk did. I'm gonna go to the painting and also smash it.
Okay. One moment. D100.
69. Evan, please donate 69 Canadian dollars to our Extra Life.
Okay. 77.
69
Seventy-
Dogecoin.
Please donate 77 Canadian dollars to our Extra Life campaign.
77 Canadian dollars would be 57 US dollars and 33
Oh
cents.
damn, this one's crazy. Okay.
No.
So
No.
Cena kind of like just like stops the screaming. And the painting too, when cracked over your knee, you hear a faint jingle as the key falls to the ground. And Cena will kind of snap out of it and kind of look around the room. Randy?
No.
Yes.
Um, what are you doing here?
Oh no.
We're here to. Are you okay?
Um, who, where did you bring me here?
We you came with us.
I came with you.
Yes. We're in a
I would
hag
never.
house.
I would never come with you.
Listen,
How murdery does she look?
Make an insight check.
I thought you were about to say roll initiative.
19.
She looks very murdery. There is just a fury in her eyes.
Where do you think you are?
Her hand just kind of
What was the last thing you remember?
float down toward. We last thing I remember. What are you talking about? Last thing I remember. I haven't seen you in years, and you just. I knew that you were traveling with these people. Did you do something to me? Is this your
I'm
way of
gonna step in
fixing
front
me?
of Randy.
No.
I'm gonna step in front of Randy.
I know you. We know where you're from.
I love this. It's so bad for us, though.
Who's we?
That's none of your business. Somebody's going to explain this to me right now, or I'm going to stop being so polite. And she's going to kind of
Can I-
fling her hand out and then like look down at it, confused, and like lift it up. What did you do?
I'm gonna cast. Oh god, I don't know if this is gonna work or it's gonna waste a spell slot. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on her.
She feels like this magic wash over her, and she's. If you're trying to do something right now, I said I'm going to stop being so polite. I don't know what you did to get rid of this, but you're going to explain yourself right now. And her hand's going to grip the hilt of her dagger.
We're in the Feywild and we're here to kill a hag. You came with us willingly.
How long was I out? Willingly?
Yes.
I'm dreaming.
What day is it?
This is a dream, right? She's going to take the blade
What was
and
the last
hold
thing
it
you
up
did?
to her throat. This is a dream?
No!
No, 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 no. What was the last thing you did? What was
very
the last
real.
thing you did?
What?
What's the last thing you remember?
Last thing I remember, Hansen and I were talking. I'm not telling you anything.
Who was grabbing your hair?
How do you know that? She's going to turn the blade in the direction
I
of you.
gesture to the painting that's kind of smashed to bits on the ground, but I assume you can kind of still see it.
I'm gonna Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park my way over to Cena, holding my hands up, and just go, listen, you see those paintings all over the wall?
Yes?
Yeah, so we looked a little too hard into one of those paintings, and they took us back into some sort of traumatic memory, and it was a bad time. My muscles are huge now. I don't know how that happened, but I think you're affected by hag magic or hagic. I'm gonna abbreviate it. And we're your friends. Remember, eating scramble, having a party, Marigold Estate.
Make a persuasion check.
Promiscuous girls.
Yeah, that's gonna be a solid 8.
She didn't roll that well. She's going to lower her blade. She's just. I can't imagine there's a reason that I'd end up here unless you were telling the truth. I don't remember anything, and I don't remember how I got with you people.
Okay.
Cena, look in your pocket.
Her hands float down to her pocket. What is she looking for?
I'm trying to get her to find the picture that Malin drew for her. I assume it's in her pocket.
Ooh, Willem wants to see what it is.
She kind of tears through her bag, like kind of her side pouch, and you see like different things kind of like drop out on the floor. She's, I don't remember any of this. And she finds the paper and she holds it up like the folded piece of paper.
There's no way that you could have that and not trust us.
She opens it up. She looks up at each of you. I don't remember anything. I don't remember how we got here. You're
You
telling
got
me
hagnesia. You got hagnesia.
you're telling me that we are where is Hansen? Did you kill him?
He's not dead, but he's not here. You're never gonna see him again. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm more worried about being with you.
Okay. Your favorite color is blue. Your favorite animal is a ferret. You once swam up an entire river to assassinate a guy.
Is that
Or
why I
you
have
may
this
not-
picture of you?
What?
I have this picture of
What?
you. And she just kind of holds up this very elaborate portrait of you.
Oh my god! Willem just slaps his fucking knee.
I'm gonna try something. I think you're having some memory problems, and hold on. I'm gonna cast Remove Curse.
She feels a wave of magic pass over her. She just kind of shakes her head. She's like, I don't know what you're doing, but you're clearly trying something. And everything you're saying leads me to believe, for whatever reason, that I should be trusting you against my better judgment.
Cool, so now's a good time to tell you don't have your warlock powers, right?
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't try to talk to she.
What do you know about she? Her. She says her. Obviously, she says her.
Yeah.
We know she's a purple dot.
Fuck off.
She's purple and she kind of fucking sucks.
What?
Okay, you might not believe this, but we were in a town called Conway's Ferry, and there was another guy who was like trying to usurp your position as head of the cult, and you were all chained up, and he was maybe
I'm
going
head
to
of
kill
the
you. And then
cult?
she, well, you were sort of second in command after Hansen got sent away. We'll get into that
You
in a
were
second.
really good at being a cult.
Yeah, and then she tried to possess your body and open a gate between the material plane and presumably this plane, but nobody's super sure about that. And Randy saved your life because she was going to kill you, and it was a whole thing. And he's a good guy. I said he was your dad one time, and you
Right
had a
now.
very adverse reaction to that.
That man is explicitly not my father.
Yes, you've made that very clear.
Ugh. And so now I'm here with all of you.
Yeah,
The people
you got
that
the
I've been
Hagnesia.
training for years to kill. Not you explicitly, mostly just him.
Yeah.
You've clearly got some memory lapses. I hope that you can at least recognize that. I think the best way to solve this is to kill that goddamn fucking hag, huh?
Hell yeah, brother.
I
Willem is going to get up and start just like not looking at them, but taking all the paintings off of the wall and smashing them.
Are you looking at? You're not looking at anything. You're just smashing
I'm
with
trying
impunity.
very hard not to look at them.
Okay.
Unless I feel compelled to look at something by arcane means.
There are a lot of paintings. Like, a lot of paintings. I will
got a
say, if you are
flaming sword,
truly
bro.
going through one by one to destroy some,
I'll jump in and help.
I'd like to pick up the key that was in Cena's painting, at least.
okay. Well, I'll say that as you go through and start crushing a bunch of paintings, you find a whole bunch of keys. Like as you're just cracking through all of them, like keys just start to kind of litter the floor. Um, and yeah, after a while, it takes about 20 minutes to kind of go through and crack through a lot of these paintings. By the end, some of them aren't even really cracked; they're more just kind of torn up.
While we're doing it, I'm sort of gonna gesture at Dunk and be like, "My muscles look freaking huge right now."
Yeah, dude. I've been noticing you've been working out.
I don't know what happened, but I feel just like yoinked right now.
Yoinked. Bramwin,
I believe you look pretty yoked.
Yeah.
Bramwin,
the
what are
one.
you doing?
Uh, um, I think I'm just gonna keep an eye out for because Willem's trashing paintings. I'm trying not my best not to look at paintings, I guess. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out for keep one eye on our surroundings because we're in Hagtown. One eye on Cena, so that she doesn't try to kill Randy at least.
She is essentially trying to avoid all of you and kind of standing off in the corner, minding her own on very high alert.
Okay.
Cena, you haven't had any encounters with hags in the past, have you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Just trying to figure out if this is an everyone trauma room or just a hag trauma room.
I mean, I could go look at a painting if you want.
If you look at a painting, I'll rip it off the wall as soon as you know get tranced.
Do you want me to try just to make sure that Cena doesn't have any hag connections? This
Well,
is a terrible idea.
something tells me that like these paintings with the keys in them. I don't know. It could just be me, but usually keys unlock things. So I feel like
I'll just
maybe
put a hand on. I'll just grab Randy's arm and just take a glance at a picture.
Any picture? Or are you looking?
Haven't
Yeah.
haven't Dunk and I destroyed them all?
I'll say you're doing this while they are also breaking
Okay.
things. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're just looking at a random picture, roll a d100. I've picked a number in my mind.
Oh God. Or I was gonna like glance at them and to see if like I'm probably just doing like a little
Okay,
visual sweep.
make an investigation check then.
looking at every picture individually until you get cursed.
I fucking would do that. Let's be real. Okay. Investigation is a 16.
As your compatriots blaze through every potential painting, Willem picks one up and kind of like lifts it up over his knee, and you're granted a short glimpse at a male eladrin with icy blue skin that has been bathed in red. His face is contorted in agony under the paralyzing grip of whomever stands over them, crushing his skull into the dirt and digging their nails into his flesh as it cracks over Willem's knee.
Yeah, no, I think this is an everybody version.
Hey,
Oh
Hey,
shit!
Branwin.
What?
Why are you looking at the hag paintings that make you
Sorry,
insane?
no, we were just making sure that Cena probably doesn't have a hag connection or didn't make a hag deal.
Hey, y'all
You-
should stop smashing paintings.
Why?
Why?
I just feel like maybe the keys that are inside the paintings that correlate with us could be significant somehow.
Decoy keys, man. Hag trickery.
I mean,
I go.
we've kept those two keys.
Um, well, I pick up the key that came out of Branwyn painting. I give it to Branwyn. I give Cena the Cena key, and then I start looking for paintings.
You're
Okay,
gonna
make
put a key in a door from a painting that makes you insane in the lair of a hag?
Absolutely.
All right, this is a Randy caliber decision.
make an investigation check, Randy.
I'm following. I'm just keeping such close attention to what Randy's doing.
2.
You find no paintings that connect to you at all.
I guess there's no painting for me.
Yeah,
think that's
Duncan,
a
I
good
probably
thing.
destroyed it
right.
already.
Yeah.
Or maybe Adara is protecting you or something.
That could be.
You are her chosen.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah. Update Cena. I'm the chosen one. So
She looks at you with just a death glare and kind of
not
grumbles to herself.
not the time. Okay.
Hi, Lucy.
You want to say hi to Steph?
What are you all doing?
Breaking paintings.
Do the keys
I'm
that
gonna
come
go-
out of our paintings look different? Like, do all the keys look the same? Do they
Make an
have a variety
investigation
of
check.
keys?
I'm gonna
I'll
go
look at
look
the
at these
evil
doors.
My investigation is a hot 5.
It doesn't take much. All of these keys are identical.
Let's at least keep those 2 separate. Or I guess 3.
Bramwin, you are checking out the doors. Anyone in particular you are attempting to open?
I just want to scope out the 3 doors. Like, are they all different? Are they all the same?
I mean, they the doors resemble, like, there's slight variations in the texture of the wood and things of that nature, but they are all doors to rooms, if that is your question.
I will go to the leftmost door and just see if it's open.
Jiggling the handle, you find the door to the left locked.
I'll try the middle one.
Locked.
Last one?
Locked.
I'm
Wouldn't
gonna
you
take
know?
out my key and try to fit it in the leftmost door.
You find that the key slips in unperturbed, and you hear a faint click as it enters the slot, and you are able to turn it without issue.
I'm just gonna freeze before I open it.
You opening a hag door?
It was locked and my key opened it.
It probably opens into some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we gotta go through it eventually, but
I think we. Do you want to come in my scary hag key door with me?
I would love to.
have we broken all
Okay.
the paintings at this point?
At this point, the room is an absolute shambles of torn canvas, shattered frames, cracked wood. The room is a disaster. Like, as you're kind of navigating through the broken floorboards, you're also navigating through broken paintings.
1 second, Bradwin. I'm gonna walk over to the reading chair and see if there's anything. Is there a little side table that might have something on it? Have we
No, you don't
fucked it
find
up
anything
beyond
else of note
recognition?
in the room. Like, yeah, and the reading table, I assume you're talking about the bay windows. You just like find things that, like, clearly signs of someone sitting in here, but you don't find anything of note in the room beyond the
Uh, I
paintings.
I will sort of kick the chair over and then turn and walk back to Bradwin.
Okay, Bramwin, are you turning the lock and going inwards?
If I've got everybody with me, yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's get
Yar.
scary.
You enter the leftmost room, and you find a very elegant dining hall that is kind of antithetical to the remainder of the house that you've currently been into this point. It's not as dilapidated. It's actually quite nice. The atmosphere is a bit opulent, but almost equally unsettling. So the room is kind of grand, has this very ornate table at the center made of dark polished wood, and it's set with very fine silverware and crystal china. Above, there's this kind of elegant and elaborate chandelier that casts a dim, almost eerie light. Its crystals reflecting very peculiar shadows over the room. Willem, make a history check.
If anybody has a way to buff my history, that would be great. That's a solid 3.
Also, Bramman and Dunk can as well.
I'm not good at those. I did better than Willem. A 4.
Bramman.
I also got a 3.
Okay. So you don't really notice anything else about the room. The walls are these very like familiar tapestries. But as you kind of pace around, kind of twist into like almost like these macabre versions of their initial appearances, but like never quite clear.
Oh, like a scary holographic bookmark.
Kind of like a scary holographic bookmark. The chairs around the table, though beautifully carved, have this very organic look, as if almost grown out of the ground itself. There's a pervasive aroma of a feast that seems to linger in the air, but it's undercut by this decay scent and unnatural silence.
Did Cena come with us into this?
She is in the back, but yes, she is with you.
Is there a way out of here?
There is a room, a doorway, an open doorway to the top right. If you're looking at the owlbear up here by this plant.
I'm gonna head up there, I guess.
Okay. You walk through the room and towards the top right, and find yourself looking into a very nice dark hallway. It's kind of lined with shadow boxes and mountings of all manner of foul beast, critter, and peculiar artifacts. Like you're just kind of scanning down the hallway. It's the first impression that you get.
Are we
God,
are we
I
gonna just go or what?
don't know.
Should we start smashing things in here too? Just for the fuck of it.
Smash a plate.
Psh.
It
Oh no! I don't like that laugh.
was just funny. It was the sound effect that got me.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was like an evil laugh.
Do
Like,
I
oh,
have to
that's
roll to smash?
Does anything demonic happen when he
smash
smashes a
plate
plate?
to cast
Everything
power word kill
springs to
on
life
self.
and starts singing "Be Our Guest." No, nothing peculiar happens.
Oh god, I just killed him!
You killed the plate from the Beauty and the Beast.
Mr. Plate in it.
It's Wednesday,
okay.
innit?
I heard that if you smash a plate in this room, it casts conjure soup. So now we all have soup.
I
Is that true,
will
Chris?
right now.
Is it true?
gesture to you and say, you probably shouldn't eat hag soup because it's probably got like dead babies in it or something.
Do you think it's the stew that makes you blind?
One day blinding Sue.
That's how you punish your daughter for eating her hair.
What?
I am
Is
very
this,
out
one
the
of the,
loop on
is this one of
this.
those references that like you all get and I don't?
Apparently, it's
No,
only
there
3 of us.
It was a tweet that I sent to Nolan literally today, where a guy like posted on like a telephone pole, and it was like, "I'm a single dad. My daughter keeps eating people's hair. I don't have a motherly instinct. How do I tell her no?" And there's like a bunch of lines, and like 5 people have written in, "Give her soup that makes her blind."
My follow-up message to that was, don't tell Chris about the soup that makes you blind or he'll make us drink it.
I'll put it in the.
I just did it.
Okay, good.
So did... Oh, mine's still uploading. Yeah.
Punish my daughter.
My daughter
Um,
biting hair.
Cena kind of chimes in from the back in an uncharacteristically but familiar, cruel voice. What are we doing? Are we moving on, or are we just wasting away the hours in here?
Cena, every moment that we spend in here is a moment that we're not dying.
God. We could change that, you know.
You want to die? That doesn't sound like you.
Cena, why don't you lead on?
This is your show. You all.
Okay.
I'm not turning my back on any of you.
Do you want to smash a plate?
No. I want to find out what the hell I'm doing with you. And
Oh,
Could be smashing plates.
I'm gonna try one more thing. And I approach Selena and I cast Lesser Restoration.
hold on one second.
My one other healing spell that might do anything.
Wait, you don't have to use a spell slot to do that because you can use the circlet that you took from me.
Oh shit, yeah! Thank you, Adara.
All right. As you kind of feel this energy pass through your circlet, through your body, into your hands, and onto Cena's shoulder, which kind of recoils a bit away from you, you feel as she kind of sinks into your grasp, kind of lets the hand be placed upon her shoulder, and then she like looks up at you and just intimate. What's the occasion?
Holy shit. He's scared
Are
the
you
fuck out of
normal
me.
again?
Normal?
I mean, you were never normal, but are you like yourself?
A bit unnecessary. I'm just the same person. When did we get in here?
Oh yeah, you got hagnesia a little while ago.
You really wanted to kill me.
I remember. She's gonna pull you closer, Randy. What did you do with?
Tiny dancer.
What did you do with the painting?
Wait, did she not put it back into her pocket?
No, the painting off the
painting.
wall.
Oh, that's smashed. That's gone.
Did they see it?
I don't think so.
Did you?
We can, yeah, we can talk about it later.
And pulls back into herself. Just okay.
Cena, do you have any hag connections that we haven't explored yet?
No.
No, we've been over this. I saw
Insight
something
check.
too.
Insight check.
We've been over this.
I'm doing my due diligence.
The hag diligence.
Well, that's a
I
one for me. So
my insight check is a. Where's that word? 14.
You don't think she's lying, but she's also not telling the whole truth. Is the impression that you get?
I sort of cross my arms and I'm like, all right, but you know, if you're withholding any
I have nightmares,
information,
just
that
like the
might-
rest of us. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Hag nightmares?
I don't know. Just the same one over and over again.
Yep. Do you wake up feeling like you don't have your full vitality?
Yeah, I do.
Yep, you got hag nightmares.
I didn't get them until I started hanging out with you.
Oh, then you definitely have hag nightmares. Yeah, my bad. If she's trying to get you to like turn on us, I wouldn't recommend that you do that.
No, I don't.
Oh,
No,
You didn't have any last night, did you?
no, not last night.
Okay.
is there anybody trying to get you to like do something?
No, I just get the same nightmare every now and then.
Okay,
What's
sorry
the
about that. Hopefully those will cut down a little bit after we've dealt with this.
If you think she's to blame, then I'm on board.
She's definitely one of three. One of at least three. All right. All right, so I guess we go to that room up top.
All right. Not doing anything else in here?
Lead the way, Willem.
We already smashed a plate.
All right.
What more is there to do?
You enter the hallway, and upon closer inspection, you find just a collection of nightmarish artifacts. Um, kind of intriguingly mundane objects kind of mounted on the wall. Kept in shadow boxes. There's the odd animal head that's clearly been like well taxidermied and placed upon the wall. But very similar to the gallery wall in the foyer, but this one is more meticulously maintained. Everything is very well dusted, and you get the sense that like things kind of change in and out here just based on the placement of things seeming a bit haphazard. Like not everything has its own place. It just happens to be where it is.
Does anything immediately catch my eye on entering?
Make an investigation check.
Guys, if I start going into a hag trance, you gotta get me out of there, okay? Investigation, that would be a flat 12.
Nothing in particular. There's a lot of things that are scattered across this wall. That none of them really grab your eyes. Again, like a lot of them just seem perfectly mundane. But as you kind of scan the room, you see a closed door to the north and a open doorway to the right, with like kind of ferns and foliage kind of lapping around the corner. So that, and that door is right across from you. The door to the north is immediately to your left, based on where you are in the owlbear.
What do you guys think? Foliage door or closed door?
I like plants.
Go check out some plants.
All right.
I'm gonna stay in the hallway.
I'm coming with you.
So Willem, you're actually like right up here. Hold on.
Okay. You can move me to the appropriate spot.
Like coming in up here. Eh. So Randy and Cena are in the hallway. Bremen, are you following them in?
I'll linger in the doorway. How do I zoom in on Owlbear again?
In the bottom right hand corner, scene controls. There's a zoom, or you can do it with your scroll bar.
Oh, I found it. I found it.
The draft horse. Yes, so you enter this rather compact room because it's rather filled with all manner of exotic plants, creating this kind of lush, vibrant atmosphere in the otherwise dead and decaying house that you've been in up until this point. The walls are lined with glass. There's a fair number of windows kind of looking out into the swamp below. But make an investigation check.
13.
Despite knowing that there's a swamp out there, the glass seems like almost this kind of rosy colored, and the atmosphere outside bright and jubilant. And you get the sense that you might be looking through rose-colored glass. It's presenting the outside as a more vibrant and lush atmosphere than the swamp that you entered through.
That's very cute, Chris.
Thank you. And the centerpiece of this room is a very beautiful, like kind of radiant tree with shimmering leaves and growing, glowing fruit that seems to draw your eye and have this very powerful aroma.
What does it smell like?
It smells like fresh cut grass on a summer's day after a rain.
Not the most appetizing thing in the world, but that is evocative.
Yeah. What are you eating, Bram? Is that an ice cream sandwich?
No, it's bread with like garlic herb butter.
That's very different.
It's not at all ice cream.
Yeah,
There's dairy in there.
there's dairy.
Hmm. It's an open faced dairy sandwich,
There you go.
which is pretty close.
Which is just toast.
It's pretty good.
Trying to think of what I know. Trying to think about Baldur's Gate.
Some of us were doing things before Baldur's Gate existed in our lives.
Yeah.
Good, Willem. Are we done in this plant room?
Oh no.
While everyone's in that room, I want to have a very quick word with Cena privately.
Hey, Dunk.
All right, I'll
Me,
have
you're gonna-
everybody but Randy go on mute.
I'm so eavesdropping. I'm absolutely eavesdropping.
I'll
Chris,
say
you're gonna
that
do
Bramwin,
sparkle
you
hands?
can make a perception check to eavesdrop, and it will determine if you get to have this conversation.
I'm
But don't
standing in the doorway.
only tell me if you're muted or not.
Wait,
Wait, can you not see it on the Discord though?
If you
I'll-
are muted, do honor rule and set your volume down to 0.
Yeah, turn your
Okay,
volume down.
great.
to
okay,
zero.
okay.
How do I pick?
Chris, you're gonna do sparkle hands?
Yeah, sparkle hands.
Okay.
I'll get rid of my camera so you can't see my face either.
No,
Wait,
don't do
wait,
that.
wait. Hang on. I don't want
my
all
God.
of my volume down to 0. I just want my Discord volume down to 0.
Yeah, go ahead, Randy.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Okay. Now I can't hear anything. Okay.
Hey, Cena, I feel like I should probably tell you something that happened when you were in trance mode.
Okay.
You may have outed what was on your picture. The one
The
that you carry
painting?
around. Yeah.
I thought you told me that nobody saw the painting on the wall.
No. The one that Malin drew.
Oh my god.
You were searching around in your pockets and you said, "Is that why I
So
have
they all
a
know?
picture?" Yeah.
It's fine. I picked it up. He gave it to me, and I thought it was dumb that he gave it to me.
Yep.
Oh my god.
for sure.
What did you say? What did you do?
To get you to trust us because you wanted to kill us. I told you to look at the painting or the drawing, and if I didn't expect you to announce to the room what it was of. It was a very quick way to get you to trust us, because otherwise it was going to go really poorly, I think. I'm sorry.
No. Annoyingly, you did the right thing.
Okay. Good, because I was really freaking out about it.
I'll talk to her.
Okay, yeah, I think you should.
I really don't want to.
I know.
Let's stop this conversation.
Yeah.
Willem, what are you doing in the room? Steph, by the
I,
way.
sorry, I love that conversation ended with the sentence, "Let's stop this conversation," completely in character.
Can I steal that in real life?
A thing that I've been doing lately is I've gotten really bad at not being able to plan my thought well enough in advance. So I just say, and that's the end of my sentence. That's just where I leave things. It's been pretty effective.
It's good to be straight and to the point.
Yeah. Willem, what are you doing?
I'm looking at my character sheet to check on my abilities for a second. Nope. Okay. Do I get evil vibes from this tree?
You can make an insight check on the. Make a nature check on the tree.
I believe you're about to tell me something before we.
Yes, I was. 16.
Yeah, you get the sense that this tree might have unnatural or arcane qualities if one were to eat its fruit.
Spooky tree.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick the fruit off the tree, and then we're gonna chop down the tree.
Messed
Good
up.
thing I've got a blaze axe.
Good thing I got a fire sword.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Uh,
So far this hag house is Dunk and Willem destroying things that we all want.
it's
Or
already
just you
done.
guys skipping rooms. So,
Why do you think I asked if anything in particular caught my eye?
That's
Because
fair.
I want to play in the space with you.
You have to be more perceptive. Um, Willem and Dunk, you retrieve the fruit from this tree. I'll have you both make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, is it
Don't forget, you can add 2.
okay?
Oh, so good.
Not great.
So good. 23. So what?
14.
Both of you are able, as you kind of approach the tree, you feel this more like a faint humming noise coming from the fruit. And you are able to kind of overcome this kind of tug in the back of your mind, drawing you to pluck the fruit from the vine and just dig in immediately. You pull it off of the tree, pocket it, and after some whacks from your fiery weaponry, are able to put it to bed and remove it from the.
Dunk, did you feel the evil compulsion to eat the fruit?
I did. I almost want to eat the fruit anyway, but I will not.
Yeah, usually you're my go-to guy if I want somebody to eat something.
I feel like because I wanted to so bad against my will, now that I want to with my will, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think you should, but if you want to see what happens when you eat the evil fruit, we got you.
That's all the permission I need. I'm gonna eat that fruit.
All right. You take a bite of the fruit, and you feel this kind of disorienting effect as your vision starts to wane. And you kind of start to fall out of consciousness. And I will
One
have
big
you
blinding
roll
fruit.
a D100.
That is a 41.
No,
God,
fucking way.
it's
Roll a D8.
I want to walk in the room as Dunk is on the ground unconscious.
8.
Hold on.
I'm sort of gonna finger gun at Randy and be like, he ate evil fruit.
Why would you do
Why would you
this?
do that?
He wanted to.
We're in a
We're
hag's
in a
land.
hag. This is a
Yeah.
hag world.
Yeah, well, Randy, you were all, don't destroy the pictures. They might be important, even though we're in a
Okay.
hag lair.
If anything, is this the place where you would want to have a trip?
No.
You
Guess
save
what?
that for when
Guess
we're
what?
safe in a tiny
Branwyn,
hut, and then you get a
Branwyn,
trip in peace.
Branwyn, listen, I hear you. Why do you think I didn't eat the fruit?
You
Both of
God.
us were magically compelled to eat the evil fruit. I'm letting him live his best life, and he's got medical support staff around him.
This is not the place.
Okay.
Are you insane? Your single goal, I thought, when you came into this
Fuck.
house was to kill a hag, and now you're eating the fruit off her weird tree.
Eating the fruit! This is a Dunk endeavor. I cannot physically stop him from doing anything that he wants to do.
I
You
mean,
did
in
not
a
try to
sense,
mentally stop him either.
No.
in a sense, though, you did already eat the fruit off that family tree, didn't you, bud?
Dunk.
I think you're trying to be cute right now, and it's not working.
Dunk.
I'm trying to be an asshole right now, and I think it is working.
You don't need any help to do that, sweetheart.
Dunk. You
Holy
feel a very peculiar effect wash over you. Specifically, that of a ramble tongue, where you feel as though you could never tell a lie even if you wanted to.
As you come to him, standing over you, snapping, probably yelling at people.
Yeah, you're having an active argument with Branwyn. You're just talking you don't need any help doing that.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Hi.
Do you feel evil?
For the record, 30 minutes has passed.
Oh, wow.
Since
For
you
real?
since you passed out?
Since I
Yes.
passed. Oh, I've been out a while then. Okay.
That's not good for
Yeah,
your brain.
Dunk comes to and Brandon just smashing her head against a wall.
What's
Do you
her
feel...
deal?
Oh, she's mad that you ate the fruit. So's Randy, a little bit.
I just didn't think it was a good idea.
Nobody thought it
Cena
was a
kind of
good
chimes in
idea.
from the back, like,
I don't have
at the
good ideas.
time. It feels like not a good idea at the time.
At the time, yes, exactly.
Like, in the safety of a tiny hut, great idea. Now,
No.
Yeah. No, like any drug, you should try it, in a safe environment. And yes, he's with safe people, but he's not in a safe environment. Hags live here.
Do you want to still kill the hag?
Yes.
Dunk.
I'm just. Oh,
I'm making sure he's.
absolutely.
I'm making sure he's not evil.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no, I absolutely want to kill this hag, but
Okay.
I was also just really curious about the fruit,
How
and it
did
looked
it
delicious.
How did it taste?
Um, like, kind of like a just not quite ripe apple, like very like
Oh.
sour, like too sour.
Mm,
But man, if I wait until it fell off the tree, I think it would have.
yeah.
Do you
Well,
feel
that won't.
Do you feel okay?
Um, yeah, I feel great. I mean,
You were out for
I
a long time.
yeah, no, I, I mean, I couldn't tell, but thank you, mommy, for helping me read. I don't know why I
what?
said that.
What?
What? Wait, what?
Sorry, did you just call someone mommy?
Did he? Did he?
Yes,
He just called me mommy?
What the
Oh, you want?
yes.
Hey, Dunk. No, he seems
You're
fine.
you're aware that's like a child, right?
She's not a child.
She's
I'm 25. I'm older than
Oh.
you.
Oh, well, not old enough.
This is not the place where we need to have this entire group breakdown.
Dunk seems the same.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
feel great.
Well, I still have 2 fruits that make you evil, maybe. So I'm going to crush them with my foot.
I mean,
Okay.
Unless would somebody like to take a bite?
No, crush them with your
I'm just
foot.
saying that if you guys wanted to have silly effects from a fruit, save them for the tiny hut.
Cena gestures at Bramwin like time and
Save them for
place.
the tiny hut.
I crush the fruits under my foot.
They let out a very nice crunch but squelch noise, not unlike an apple, with a crisp outer layer and a soft interior.
I was
So,
gonna eat those later.
Look, it kind of seems like the more time we spend in these rooms, the worse things get, and I head towards the door and try to open it. Wait, what did Dunk say?
kill us
I said I
all.
was gonna eat those later.
Oh,
You find the door ahead of you yields to you very easily.
Never been.
The door ahead of you yields very easily. And let me get the owl bear open. Hold on.
Oh my god. Also, Willem and Branwyn absolutely spent the entire half hour yelling.
Oh yeah, you guys are just like arguing with one another. You
I feel like
Willem
enter.
5 minutes
definitely
Randy
said,
gives
"You
up.
don't have the right."
You enter this very dark room, completely windowless. Um, there are but small candles just flickering in the corners. Um, and the walls are quite barren, but you see in the left side of the room a rather large enchanting table with a kind of glowing arcane rune upon it.
Oh, does it have a skull like Skyrim?
It does not have a skull, um, but it does have a number of mystical orbs
Ah,
with floating black smoke kind of rimming about the inside, kind of floating very slowly in an almost ethereal like motion.
Can I go
Um,
ponder the orbs?
yeah, you could ponder the orbs with your bro.
you're
Um,
gonna yell at Dunk for eating the fruit, but you're gonna ponder the fucking orb?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
like
look
rocks.
at some orbs.
Yeah,
What do
because
you want from?
when we looked at the paintings, everything went great, right?
You're the first one that looked at a painting.
Yeah,
you
it went
hear,
great, right?
interrupting your bickering, a scraping across the wall to the north of you and approaching a door on the left hand, upper left corner there. Um, and it kind of continues to scrape and drag against the wall. This kind of unsettling, almost sound of nail on wood as the door begins to creak open and a spindly black arm, just the length of a sword, creeping around and pulling this behemoth body out of the interior of the room beyond. And she goes, "Well, so glad you could finally make it." As this just bastardized look of Lady Ophelia, her red hair clinging and clamping to her skin that seems to slough off of the bone as she pulls her epic form through the body, through the entryway of the doorway, just towering above you all, except for Randy. She goes, "I can smell your fear. Can smell it on the nightmares that each of you have. Intoxicating.
Yeah, I
Tell me,
bet you're just loving this, huh?
I love it. Tell me, what do you fear the most? Is it the unknown? Death? That crippling fear that the best days are already behind you? Or is the realization of your own insignificance? It's so deliciously mortal. I can only assume that you've come to reason with me, Willem.
Oh, you've been watching me my entire life. Have I ever struck you as a reasonable person?
No, but you are daft and quick to irrational judgment. You can barely trust the people around you. It wouldn't surprise me if you are open to,
Couldn't trust my girlfriend either.
well, Gwen can be such a fickle lady, can't she? I tried to tell
Yeah.
her that day in the mountains that my sisters can be, well, bitches is really the wrong word for it. But you didn't listen. You didn't you didn't want to help me. I offered you so much. Talia offered you so much. Gwen offered you the world. She always saw the best in her little Willem. I'll be grateful when you're one of us, or you're in the ground. What will it be?
Hmm. Well, we've come all this way. It would probably be pretty rude not to hear you out.
It's very wise of you. Your pitiful friend, she looks over at Branwen, wasn't so wise. She thought to herself, why have a life when I could just throw away my idling years of outcast and solitude for a person that she just met a few months ago? I suppose even she sees the same things that Gwen saw in you. Me, well, the jury's still out, if I'm being honest. It's quite simple, dear. You leave me be, and I tell you everything you need to know about Talia and Gwen,
Mm-hmm.
and you can rid them from this world, and we can cohabitate. We needn't worry about tramping each other's style. I'll even leave your friends alone. Save them from their
Mm-hmm.
precious nightmares. I'm sure you'd like that, wouldn't you, dear? And she kind of looks beyond you to Cena.
That is not a bad offer, but unfortunately, not why we're here. So, why don't we make this quick? You tell me where your heartstone is, and I end your pathetic excuse for a life.
That's unfortunate. Pathetic excuse for a life. I've lived 10 of your lifetimes, each one grander than the
You
last.
are a parasite.
Willem, darling, you're not going to sully our good time with such insults, will you?
Well, you're the one who was saying a few minutes ago how you wished I was buried in the ground, and
Only if
I
you
don't think
don't
the people
join
of.
us, darling. We could be so much together.
Hmm.
Gwen's sight is limited. Talia
Hmm.
wants nothing more than a plaything. I want an ally. You have fire
To
within
what?
you.
To what end?
There is no end if you join us. It's that simple.
Well, you keep saying us, and yet you want me to kill your sisters.
Us. You and I.
Hmm.
I've never really been a joiner. Gwen
Hmm.
promised me so much. It's just taking a lot to get there.
Hmm.
And with you being so resistant to her demands, I'm worried she's losing sight of the real purpose here.
The real purpose. Why don't you tell me more about that?
I don't really have a reason to do that unless you put boots on the ground and join up, darling. She's going
I'm
to
just.
descend a long, spindly arm onto your shoulder and kind of, as she brings it down, kind of caress the side of your face with these big,
Oh.
ragged nails that seem to just clip in all the wrong places and kind of nicks you just a little bit unintentionally as she
I
drags
would
it
like to
down.
try to bite her finger off.
You can attempt to bite her finger. Roll to hit with an unarmed strike.
Does he get does he get advantage because he has just so many teeth? Like too many teeth?
No, he does not.
Hmm.
What is the modifier, if any, on an unarmed strike?
That's your whatever your traditional. I think it's a D4.
Okay.
Um, does he get a proficiency bonus because he's proficient in teeth?
No, I think it's just a straight like strength roll. Then in that case,
Okay. Well, my 2 hit is +4, so that would be a 16.
unfortunately, wait, actually, hold on. Let me double check. That does not hit. Um, so she kind of pulls away just a little bit as you chomp, and then kind of thwacks your nose in retaliation. Naughty boy. Is that really how we're going to do this?
I think it is.
How unfortunate. As you all roll initiative.
17.
All right, hold on 1 second. 17. Willem.
I
11.
got a, I got a hot 1.
Okay.
Oof.
It's a 2 on the die, -1 to initiative is a 1.
9.
9 for Dunk. What'd you get, Randy?
11.
And Cena also rolled an 11, but +2. Okay, 13. So it's going to be. Wait, what'd you get, Randy? 9?
11.
Oh, okay. Dunk got 9. All right. It is going to start with the Lady Ophelia, who, upon pulling her hand back from you, Willem, will immediately bring it crashing down upon you in a claw attack. And that is going to be, does not hit on the first one, 15, right?
That does not hit.
But the second strike at a 26 does.
Yep, that'll do it.
All right. That will be 17 slashing damage.
That's a non-zero amount of slashing
It
damage.
is a non-zero amount of slashing damage. And she kind of brings it down. She'll just kind of, like, she brings one down, hits you with the first strike, just for kind of cleanliness here, and then misses with the second strike, as you're able to kind of get your bearings and recoil backwards and draw your sword. And she kind of cackles as she does so. And she goes, "Fine, death it is." Branwyn, it is your turn.
Okay, so where are we on this owl bear?
Oops, sorry, I didn't update it.
She doesn't look like that.
Not right now, she doesn't. Because Bramwin went over to the arcane table to ponder the orb, and just like that. Very tight
Is there
space.
a door leading into rooms beyond?
Yes, right behind her. I know it looks like a
All
wall,
right.
but I want you to imagine there's a door there.
I would like to go up there, use my action to try to open the door.
It's open.
I am going to bonus action, disengage, and go into that room.
Okay. Inside that room, and we pull all the notes. First glance, it is very clearly her bedroom. And to the right, you see a glowing ancient gemstone, glowing with spectral light and embedded in a seemingly opaque form of Wilbert Watham. The gem crackles with energy, pulsating, and somehow embedded in a plane somewhere else.
I would like to. Did opening that door use an action?
The door was already open, so you've just
I
passed through it.
cast Shatter on the gemstone.
Okay. It has no effect.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive. Oh no.
Can you do an
Are you-
extra planar shatter?
Can I do an extra planar shatter?
Hold on one second. I lost a clicky top to my pen that Clover will definitely eat if I don't find it.
This shit is not in this plane, huh?
What the?
Your dice got eaten.
Not the dice, it's like the clicky top of my pen.
At least it's not a dice.
How did it get all over there? Alright, anyway. That is your turn. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
Why don't you
No.
look?
In that case, it is Cena's turn. And she is going to charge ahead with her daggers. Get to the owlbear here. She's going to run up here to the side and get sneak attack since she is flanking. She rolled a nat 20 on the first one.
Yeah.
And a 17 on the other one, so she hits with both. So that is going to be 7 plus 10, so 17 damage base, and then 3d6, 2d6, 6 sneak attack damage, so 23 damage to the Lady Ophelia. And then it is Randy's turn.
All right, I'm gonna do something that I've tried during every boss battle and has never worked. But this time
It's different.
it's gonna work. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast spiritual weapon as I do, and this time it's gonna take form of Willem's teeth.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let me add Willem's teeth in here. Are you conjuring, I'm assuming, on the other side of her?
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Do, 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 do. All right, Willem's teeth is now in there.
And Willem's teeth is gonna chomp
Okay,
Oh, your brother.
that bitch. 26 to hit.
that'll hit.
Ooh, 12 damage. That's the max amount of damage you can do.
Yeah, my spiritual teeth.
Their bite is bigger than their bark. Okay,
And then I'm going to approach Ophelia, lay my hand upon her body, and I'm going to cast Bestow Curse, which will for sure work this time. It's got to make a Wisdom saving throw. The DC is 15.
she fails.
No
Yeah!
fucking way! Let's go! Ah! So I choose an ability score, and they get disadvantage on those ability checks. I don't know, probably Wisdom, right?
No metagaming in that case.
I'm gonna do Wisdom.
Okay,
While cursed, they have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. I don't know if that means me or the party.
you individually.
Me. Curse, it must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, then it wastes its turn doing nothing.
Damn.
That was okay. So that's brilliant. Of course, you should do it on wisdom.
Yeah, and then while it's cursed, our attacks and spells deal an extra 1d8 necrotic damage to the target.
Just yours, though. I think.
Yes, just
Yeah.
mine.
Now
And
it's
the
a.
spiritual weapon, I assume, because it's part of me.
It's not a part of you. It operates on your initiative, but it is not your attack.
Why not, Chris?
So it rolls with they roll with disadvantage. You said for their
Made it
saving
Randy's
throw,
piss.
Disadvantage towards me. Yeah.
and on wisdom checks.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, great stuff. You place your hands upon her, and she kind of cries out, "What have you done?" And looks at you all, very angry. Well, are you doing anything else with your turn, Randy?
That is all I can do.
All right, in that case, Dunk, it is your turn.
I'm gonna get up in the scrum, and I'm gonna say I know two things. I got mommy and daddy issues, and I made a promise to one of my best friends that I would kill hags. So I'm gonna swing recklessly
Okay,
with a it's 17 plus 9. Was that 20?
that does hit.
26.
Yeah,
I know three things. I'm bad at math.
that's definitely one of them. Let's see. So 8 damage on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then 17 to hit.
That does hit.
Nice.
Meets it, beats it.
That's cocked. 7 damage.
Okay. You doing anything else with your turn?
That would be it.
All right. She is going to expend one of her legendary actions after your turn.
Is she?
No.
What?
Is she?
She
What
is.
if you didn't?
And teleport across the room, away from you
Not
all.
technically her turn.
It doesn't matter. It's after anyone's turn for a legendary.
I know.
action.
I'm saying to board. It's not technically her
Gotcha,
turn.
gotcha,
so-
gotcha.
Yes. So it is. She's gonna teleport over there and kind of smirk at you all. And Willem, it is your turn.
Okay. Is my sword already on fire because I hacked down the tree with it? Be
Sure,
nice.
sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I am going to, as my bonus action, level my sword at her and Thundering Smite. When I hit her with an attack, she takes an extra 1d6 psychic damage, and she must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me until the spell ends.
Okay.
And then I will attempt to give her a whack.
So Thunder Smite just happens, or it's
Yes,
part of your attack.
it's a bonus action.
Okay. So she fails the wisdom saving throw, but she is.
Oh, I
not-
have to hit her first.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yes. So I'm going to try to hit her once.
Okay.
And that is going to be an 18 on the die.
That
Or
does
not an
hit.
18 on the die, an 18 total. Okay. That is 10 slashing and 7 fire and 2 psychic. And now she must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'll take the same one already because she failed. However, she is immune to being frightened. And as the thunderous blade cascades down upon her, she kind of pulls herself back and then looks up and goes, "Gonna take more than that."
Oh, well, what a good thing that I have another attack to do this turn.
Go ahead.
She's probably not going to be hit by a 13, though.
She is not.
Okay. Then I will steel myself.
Okay. Before her turn, um, she's going to expend her final legendary action of the round, and make a claw attack against you. And that will be an 18 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. And then she's going to lash out at you, miss, and expend at the start of the new initiative round a lair action. And she's going to point and kind of pull her claw in a contorted motion around the 5 of you.
Wait, is
And
this part of her turn?
it is not. It is a lair action.
No! Wow,
Yeah.
holy shit.
I am
Um,
technically in a different room.
but you are in this space because you will see what happens. So everyone
Please
in
don't
a
do this, Chris.
20-foot radius here, including Branwen, must make a dexterity saving throw.
And
I
nobody
think
is within 10 feet of me.
They
right?
are
Oh my
not.
god. He's played us for fools.
13.
Okay.
Wait, no, it's higher than that. What the hell am I talking about? It's
Chris,
much
you-
higher than that. 15.
Okay.
I
This
got a
isn't
16.
something. This isn't something that they'd have disadvantage on me, is it?
No.
No. I got 10.
Dunk, what did you get?
19.
Okay.
What about Orsina?
Everyone except Randy is fine as vines erupt, slick with swamp water,
Ew.
cracking through the dilapidated floor beneath your feet and wrapping themselves around you. Each of you is able to deftly hop out of the way, chop away at some of the ones that come up. But Randy, you are restrained. And the rest of you, that 20-foot area is difficult terrain.
So it takes double.
It takes
to get
double movement. I will draw a circle. That is not she. It's not here. She's here!
He's all around us.
And it's
He's
right there.
awake.
So that area is difficult terrain. Okay, now it is her turn, and she will make a wisdom saving throw of what's the
At
DC?
disadvantage.
At disadvantage. What's the DC? She fails. So she just kind of
15
goes
for
to
as well.
move and feels
Or-
and looks at you, Randy, from across the room, and she goes, "I'll make you pay." With
Gotcha,
that,
bitch.
it is Branwen's turn.
Sending stone in hand.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Elray, go to Butcher's Pass. I spend 8 more words describing how to get to Watham's house. Which I can't remember because I only brought one of my notebooks with me. Watham's house is there. Find Watham. Hag lair, gem in chest, destroy.
Okay.
Shout out to time dilation. Let's go, baby. And that's my turn. Actually, I stepped so I'm out of sight of her.
Okay.
That's the coolest thing in the fucking world.
It's pretty fucking dope.
That's so fucking awesome.
Cena's turn. She is going to spend at least some of her movement getting here, so that counts as 20.
Wait, actually, I want to remain where I can see people.
Okay, so you should stay in the doorway.
Yes.
She cannot. So she's already been 20. She can only get here. She can't really do anything else. So she will end her turn. And
You
it
can
is,
say, "Go team."
it is Randy's turn. You are restrained.
Wait, is Cena a rogue?
She is.
Can't she bonus action dash?
She can. I'll give you that one. She will
Someone's
bonus
been playing Baldur's Gate.
action dash up to
I
here.
also know the rules of D&D, bud.
Settle down. It's hard playing a character and the DM. And she will roll to hit. The second one does hit. She does 8 damage and 9 sneak attack damage. 17 total. With that, it is Randy's turn. But before that happens, she is going to expend a legendary action to teleport. Hold on. Here!
Can she teleport someplace that she can't see?
She's teleporting through a doorway.
Where's the door again?
So the door is open. You're in the doorway.
Oh, I mean, okay. I just didn't know, like.
Oh, sorry. I
Where
thought that was
physically on the
Bramwell.
owl there is the door.
Yeah. Yeah, the open space that there's a bad door.
And there's some sort of brass thing in front of it.
This is the door.
Oh,
Door.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
okay.
bad door.
Oh, no, I just
Okay.
closed my browser. That's really bad. Alrighty. And now it is Randy's turn. You are restrained.
Sure am. I don't really need to move though. For kind of all of my things, which is pretty cool. I will cast guiding bolt at like level, I don't know, shit. At level 4.
Oh, shit.
That's a big one.
Your attack
Yeah.
rolls have disadvantage.
They do?
As a restrained individual, yes.
But he's
But
spell attack rolling.
yeah, but all my attacks have, or she has disadvantage against all my attacks.
But
Right?
that's on saving throws. But you have advantage when you attack her, so it neutrals out. You're good.
Yeah, you're right.
You're good. It's a straight attack roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm doing that at level 4, baby.
Fucking zapper ass.
Roll to
Come
hit.
on. Let's fuck her up. Oh, 22.
That will hit.
Okay, that's gonna be huge. Hold on.
So many radiant damage.
It's gonna be 7d6.
76?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I rolled pretty bad. It's 18 radiant damage
Okay.
and 5 necrotic damage.
What a combo. All right. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I will do nothing else, but the spiritual weapon will fly on over and gonna chomp her.
All right. By all means.
Big chompins. That wasn't it at all. What am I doing here, man?
Or she
All
got a
right,
bit of the
this
echo
one for
again.
sure.
What'd you
Okay,
say?
26 to hit.
That'll hit.
10 damage.
All right. Willem, what did you say?
Oh, I said you got a bit of the echo, Chris.
It went away though.
It did.
Okay.
Huge
Before
Randy turn.
Dunk's turn, she will expend her final legendary action and take a claw swing at you, Branwen. Are you hit by a 19?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 7. Not that much. 11 slashing damage.
Sick.
And as she kind of brings her claw down upon your shoulder, catching you and sending blood splattering across the doorway, she goes, "Stay out of my room." And with that,
No.
it is Dunk's turn.
At the sight of Brainwind's blood, my eyes are gonna go white, and I'm gonna yell and leap at her as I
I don't.
rage. And oh wait, I haven't done this in a while.
You have not raged in a while.
It's because you're dying.
Where's the D8? There it is.
Makes me think
I
of
have
an
to
old
dive back
comedy
into some
sketch
notes here.
where John Mulaney goes, "Whatever happened to your friend Tanya who is dying?" And the woman he's talking to goes, "She died."
Okay. That'll be interesting later. I'll just copy and paste it. Basically, I get Mjolnir.
What?
What?
Minion.
Anyway, and I will make a melee
hell yeah.
attack against her
Okay.
recklessly. That is a 23 to hit
That'll hit.
for. Which one's the 12? There it is. Ooh. Oh yeah. All right, so that's 27 damage.
Wow. Okay.
No, wait, no, 29 damage. Excuse me.
All right.
And then I'm gonna do that again.
Holy shit.
I got mad. Yeah, that's a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, this one's not as good. That's okay. Wait, what's this other one for? So I got that. Okay. Let's see, 7, 9, 15, 17 damage.
Holy shit. All right. You literally, instead of walking through the vines, you hurl yourself through the open doorway, bringing your axe flying down as bits of magic fly off of you in every direction, your eyes going white with rage. You bring your battle axe down. She recoils, but you manage to catch her shoulder and then immediately yank it out of her side, right back into her chest. She screams in pain, and for the first time, Branwyn, Dunk, you notice this passive fear fly through her eyes. She looks towards the gemstone. And with that, she will expend another lair action as 6 duplicates of herself. Sorry,
Oh, the
5
anti-Ethel.
5 duplicates of herself appear in the room that you are in. I need to duplicate it, but how?
Control C, man.
Not an owlbear. This is going to be great for the folks at home. Ah!
Look at her go. Mitosis. Can she do it like mitosis?
It happens really fast.
Like mitosis.
Yeah.
Or once there was one, now there are 2.
More like 6.
Whoa!
Where once there were 2, now there are 6.
Now, hold on, I'll draw a little green gemstone over here. Oh!
Do, do
It's the
you know which is
gemstone!
which, Chris?
What?
Do you know which is which? Because you just messed them around.
It doesn't really matter. There's a sequence, a mechanism that you will learn. Um,
Mechanism.
all right. That is the end of Dunk's turn. It's Willem's turn.
I will Misty Step into that room.
Smart. You're on the bed.
I'll give her a hit.
Oh my god, this is
First,
like the last
roll.
time you were with the hag lady.
First, roll to
In
hit.
a bed.
Yup. That's really that's something you just said.
First, roll to hit, Willem.
Okay, that's gonna be a solid 13.
Okay, you miss swinging at the one in front of you as you kind of she pulls away and recoils and dodges your blade.
Okay, we're gonna give it another hit.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna be an 18.
Okay, roll a d6.
That's a 3.
Wow! You hit as your blade catches her right in the shoulder, and the illusory duplicates vanish from the room. Roll your damage.
After all the
Okay.
trouble you went through to
I'm
copy
really
paste
pissed
those
about it,
words.
but it's cool.
Okay, that's 10 slashing and 8 fire.
All right. She cries out in pain.
I will look into her eyes and say, "How long has it been since you felt fear?"
Um, she will, since it is the top of her turn, and her turn she'll
Do
look at
nothing.
what?
Do nothing.
After she rolls her wisdom saving throw. But first she will reply to you and say, I always come back. We always come back. She fails!
Yeah. Holy shit.
And it is Branwen's turn.
Okay. I am going to. I'm trying to decide if I want to be extra mean.
Did Elroy ever reply to that message?
That's
He
a
did
question.
not.
Maybe he was busy.
And none of us know that you sent that message,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
Um, do I want to? Should I attack him? Should I make extra sure that he got my message? I don't know how long it's gonna take him to get there. I will stab.
Okay.
Oh, Okay. I'm gonna make 2 attacks. The first one is an 18.
That hits.
Awesome. I'll just roll for the second one. Second one is an 11.
That does not hit.
So that first one, oh my god, I rolled balls. That first one is going to do. I rolled so poorly. 8 damage. That's including sneak attack.
Okay.
And I'm also going to move up here just to leave some open space.
Okay. I'll say as long as you remain within range, you will not incur
Yep.
an attack of opportunity. However, she will expend a legendary action to claw at Willem.
I thought she ran out of legendary actions.
She gets 3 per round.
Oh, that's so
Holy
many.
shit! Oh my
She
God.
will hit.
Where's she going?
That is a 20. Are you silver barbsing?
Yes, I am.
All right. She will still probably hit with a 21.
Fuck.
Okay. That is going to be 5 damage.
Ah!
I rolled 2 ones. Sorry, 6 damage.
Oh,
And with that, it will be Cena's turn. And she will use her bonus action to dash, which will be 30 here. She can get there. It doesn't matter. I don't need to do the math, thank God. And she will get to the other side and knife her. She hits
That's
once.
not a knife.
And she hits a second time. Oh, shit. 10. Can you hear Clover? This is ridiculous.
I hear a little
No.
every once in a while.
26 damage.
Go, Micro, go!
She brings her blade down into her shoulder and it just can't even pull out. So she just continues to pull down and just cuts a huge gash as the Lady Ophelia just cries out in pain. And for the first time, she looks down at you, Willem. A bargain. We can make a bargain. You don't have to join me. You don't have to do anything. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Talia, Gwen, and let me live. You have my power. You can step into anyone's dream you want, but you have to let me live.
That's pretty cool.
That is
really
pretty
cool.
cool. It wouldn't be a hag bargain if I wasn't tempted. I'm gonna hock a loogie into her face and say, no deal.
Fine. She will expend 2 legendary actions to teleport across the room away from you all.
This hoe.
To all the way down here.
That's so far.
Oh wait, I forgot to move my guy.
She even fell off of the screen on the stream. And with that, it is Randy's turn. You can make a dexterity saving throw to break out of the vines.
I can?
You can.
But I've done that every time?
If I didn't tell you that, you can make one with advantage
Okay.
and still have your turn. I can.
I got a 9.
With advantage?
Yeah.
I can't give you that one, unfortunately. You're still restrained. But you can make any attacks you'd like.
I can see her.
You
Through
can
that
see her
door?
through the open doorway, yes.
How does she look?
Not great.
Okay. I'm going to instead of like doing the little pistol, I'm gonna like cock a fake shotgun and I'm gonna shoot and cast another guiding bolt at level 4.
Shit. Okay, roll to hit.
Come on, baby.
You have advantage on rolls to hit her, right?
He's restrained, so it neutrals out.
It's
Oh, I thought you
okay.
got
It's
out of that.
okay. I got 25.
That'll hit.
It's gonna be a 76.
76?
That's nuts.
35 damage.
Oh, God.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah. Yeah. So I cock the gun. I go, and I go, sayonara, bitch, and I shoot her.
Channeling laser hawk.
Yeah.
The rest of you watch as a beam of golden light cascades across the room until it finally collides with her. The room goes white with a flash, and the charred embers as her body begins to just crumple, crush onto itself. She looks up at you and just, I come. And she just collapses in on herself and pops out of existence,
I'm
effectively removing you all from combat.
gonna go run up to the crystal.
The vines subside, making this no longer difficult terrain and also freeing you from your restraints. I will, however, now read the original description I had for the room. It felt like too much for someone who just ran into the room to get in one glance. However, as you now finally have some time to look into the room, you pass through the final door, entering what is very clearly the bedroom, a space that exudes an elegant, unsettling aura. Very lavish furnishings and dark, mystical artifacts, but it's given away all by the decaying floorboards, now the gaping hole that has been left by the vines and roots that have been started to subside away into the murky waters. The echo of a dark stone house is visible through the shimmering translucent window that seems to exist before you, kind of precluding you from getting too close to the stone. The back of a twitching body suspended on the floor, but perhaps it is the ceiling. The center of the body hovers an ancient gemstone, glowing with a spectral light and embedded in the form of Wilbert Wathem, crackling with energy pulsating between the Fey and the material planes.
So sorry. What are you saying right now?
The body is essentially in the floor, but its back is to you, kind
Uh-huh.
of shrouded, kind of opaque. You see
Uh-huh.
through this kind of translucent window the stone facade and like floor of
Mm-hmm.
the Wathem house in the mountains through your floor.
So we have the ass side.
Yes.
Do I need to roll a
Got it.
Constitution saving throw for my?
You do, but we'll say you're still in a rage for the time being.
Okay.
Uh, I touch it. Does anything happen?
Touch the what?
I
Your
touch the gem.
your hand just kind of goes through and like feels and gropes around in the air around you. You are unable to touch anything in particular.
All right. She's got some sort of arcane ritual binding it up. We all knew this would happen.
I told Elray to destroy it.
Great. What did he say?
Nothing.
Significantly less great.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna cast sending again, and I'm just gonna say the same exact thing to him, which is go to Butcher's Pass, insert 8 words that describe exactly where it is, but I don't have my other notebook right with me. Watham's house is there. Find Watham. Tag lair. Gem and chest. Destroy.
He received no
Can I-
response.
Can I throw my axe through the gateway, the window?
It clatters on the far side of the room.
Guys, Ray's not responding. He always responds. You weren't
Yeah.
just gonna goof with me because I didn't say hey girl, hey, right?
I'm not goofing with you.
Okay.
I will begin searching the room to see if there is any way that we can get ourselves temporarily back into the material plane.
So I will give you the DM guidance that this will involve a series of checks ranging from hard to very hard. That's the clarity I will give you. Make an investigation check.
All of us?
Whomever is scanning the room.
It would be great to have some help.
Yeah, can we go
I
help
would
him?
like.
Yeah.
I help him.
I will say that 2 of you can make these rolls with advantage.
Can we choose which 2 of us?
You cannot declare it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at looking for things.
I just got a very good roll my first time, but my investigation skill is not that high.
I could be better at investigation, but I think it might be better than the other two.
So we are taking Willem's roll because he rolled it.
I'm gonna also roll.
I'm still angrily.
Can you
fumbling.
can you inspire yourself, Steph?
I don't need to, baby. That's a natural 20 for a total of 21.
Mine's a flat 19 for a
There you
total
go.
of
The
19.
2 of you, as you scan the room, you find a number of things, particularly a pile of correspondence, along with some other things you might want to dig into later, but don't find anything of relevance for the ritual in that particular sequence. You do, however, find a personal journal that details the ritual required to enter the ethereal, where the gem actually is, for it is not in the material or the fey plane, but
It's
rather
in the urethral plane.
it's in the between the villages. It is between the
We need
doors.
to drink electrolytes right now.
It's between the villages. It's between the doors. And you must conduct this ritual to get there. It provides you with a number of incantations that you must recite from the journal, which she denotes require accurate pronunciation. A series of herbs that must be burned and lit alongside the sigil circle, and then sheer force of will.
Well, I've got one of those things down for absolute certainty.
Yeah, I can read that thing. I'm pretty good at reading
I
and
think
not
you're
I
pretty
mentioning.
good
am
at burning
not.
herbs too, bud.
She's probably got
That's very
herbs.
funny.
What?
Thanks.
What can we find these herbs around?
Dunk, looking at the list, make a nature check. This will be a fairly easy check.
I got a -1 to that. No, 3.
Unfortunately, you're not sure where any of these herbs might be. But Willem, since you read
Wait,
the
can I
book,
look at the herbs? I'm from here.
I will say that all of you looking at the book are able to make a nature check.
Do I get advantage because I'm from here?
No. They're herbs that could be found anywhere.
I got a 5.
2.
17.
Thank God.
All right, one of us at least.
You are
Almost
able
lost progression behind a Steph roll.
to discern. You are able to discern that all of those herbs are definitely, if you don't already have some of them, in the greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
So you find yourself with the book required to recite the incantation and the herbs required to form a sigil circle and conduct the ritual.
I'm going in.
Who is conducting the ritual?
Yo, I got magic shit going on.
In a good way or a bad way?
All I'm saying is that I've done a ritual before, and Adara is all about rituals.
Okay.
All right.
Can I help him? I want to help him.
You can provide assistance. You may
I'm your
now,
magic.
Randy, make your checks with advantage.
I give you bardic inspiration too.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna get my physical dice for this one. I can't do internet dice for this.
I'm giving him advantage
Okay.
and also bardic inspiration.
Can I rub his shoulders a bit to?
You seem tense.
Actually, no, wait. Dunk is giving advantage via rubbing shoulders, but I'm giving bardic inspiration with calming background music.
Willem is just pacing, going, "Goddamn hags!"
Goddamn.
Occasionally knocking things off a shelf.
Goddamn hags.
The tension.
D, 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 D.
All right, I'm playing D&D tonight, boys.
Oh my god, for real?
Exciting. Randy, you must make a performance check to accurately enunciate the words.
I could have done this. I would have did so good.
17.
Add a D8 just for funsies.
Oh, with advantage though.
And also add a D8.
17 again.
Ah. Each of you
18.
bears witness as the magic begins to crackle through the floor, the green energy of the gemstone pulsing through the house itself, the room lit with a green hue. You feel this kind of humming energy as the hair on your arm stands on end, and Wilbert's body begins to kind of flicker in and out of full opacity. Willem, make a charisma saving throw.
Do I have advantage?
You do not.
Ah. How does a 13?
Did you add your +2 from your thing?
I did not.
Yourself? From yourself?
You were a friendly creature, yes, so 15.
Great.
No, yes, 15.
You feel this energy kind of pulse through you as it almost feels like you're about to throw up, as this essence kind of tugs at your heart and rips through your chest as Randy whispers the words into the void, and the energy crackles through you, but you resist the urge that it places upon you, and inevitably,
What is
Wilbert's
the urge?
the urge, you're focused too strongly on avoiding it and just stepping in the way, knocking Randy to the side, preventing this from being conducted as the gemstone and Wilbert's body flops to the floor in almost like a deadly heap. He looks up, words slipping through his lips, unable to be uttered, the gem there waiting, urging you to strike it.
Ophelia, are you here?
You get no response.
Wait, don't we have to go to the ethereal plane? Am I
No,
misunderstanding this completely?
the ritual has brought it to the Fey plane where you are.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Did I read anything about why it might not do it to destroy the Heartstone?
No, everything you've read is that it will absolutely destroy the Heartstone and destroy this hag's life force.
Yeah. Somebody should probably do that.
Do you not?
Oh, I didn't want to make presumptions.
This is.
I'm standing there like.
Yeah,
This
I'm gonna
is
bring
your
down
hag
my.
mom.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring down my sword and cleave it in twain.
Make a strength saving throw. Not a saving throw. Actually, just roll to hit.
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit it.
Okay. Does it hit on a 19?
It sure does. As you bring your blade, flaming as it is, crashing through the air, it connects with the stone. You hear a shimmering thing, like a finger thwacking a glass, as the stone cleaves in two, and Wilbert's body just begins to melt into the floorboards, his head looking up at you. Pain in his eyes turns to relief as his soul is freed and let go. As his body slips away and the stone lies there cracked in two, the glow subsides, and you're left standing there in the room. The echo gone, the stone destroyed.
This was not as cathartic as I thought it would be.
One
Oh, it
down,
should
two to
be
go.
about 30% cathartic, right?
Is she? Do you think she's really gone?
I don't know. Do you want to go cut off her head? Because we kind of need that.
I think her body popped out of existence.
It
Do
did.
you want to, can I, do you want to do something with this rock?
We should probably keep the rock.
Mm. We should keep the rock in separate pieces.
We should keep the rock in separate pieces.
So how about you pick your rock, you pick the rock piece that you want.
I pick up, yeah, the right side of the heartstone.
Okay.
Is it okay if I potentially give the other half of this to the Earl King?
Yep.
Okay.
Branwyn, I know we had a hard day and it's a little shit talk back and forth, but you're a good friend.
Just sorry I didn't do literally anything during that battle.
Yeah,
Branwyn was
You're so
no
remarkable.
help at all.
I really tried though.
no, I know you did, and I'm a little concerned about Elray.
I honestly don't even know if the messages went through. He always answers, so
Okay, let's loot this house and then go back to fucking Misthold, I guess.
Dunk, make a Constitution saving throw.
There it is.
Am I still within 10 feet of
You certainly can be.
I would like to be. Oh. 13.
silver barbs. No, I'm kidding.
You can't do that.
That'll make it
He does
worse.
worse.
Unfortunately, as the rage subsides from your body and the familiar kind of like ache that you felt over the past few that you've done, this one kind of stabs at your heart as your hand instinctively goes up to your chest and kind of clutches it. You grunt and grunt in pain as your hit point maximum drops by 5.
Don't.
Damn it.
Hey, Dunk. You okay?
All of you just kind of see Dunk kind of clutching his chest and leaning against his axe.
I'll be alright, yeah.
I look at Duncan and I say, God damn you, Draken Voss.
Hey, Dunk, do you want to find Draken Boss, or do you rather would you rather just not ever see him?
Well, now that the immediate hag threat is over, we can revisit that. But I first wanted to fulfill at least a part of my blood oath to my brother.
I look at him and I grab his forearm and I say, I hold your oath fulfilled. Like Aragorn.
I don't know like where he's at, but I know what his place looks like. So we can add it to our list of places to go.
I could try to message him once I have spell slots.
Message tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fine guy. He'll want to see us for sure. I think if we just kind of explain to him what's happening, he'll understand and he'll
Explain to him that like he's slowly killing me.
well, hopefully he has like a reason for it that we can convince him not to do that anymore. He's really powerful. I don't think he needs to do what he's doing. Doesn't make much sense to me.
I mean, if he wants the
Branwyn.
Celicite back, like I don't think I need it anymore. He can, like, dude, you can have it.
Branwyn, make a history check.
17.
As you think about the state of the room that you just left behind, or are still in rather, and the fact that you saw an echo of the material plane of the Grey Ridge Mountains, and Butcher's Pass. You're recalling from your teachings, the material plane is largely an echo of the Feywild, and that they tend to kind of mirror and differ from one another in rather extreme ways, but have their similarities. And that if you are in one place in the Feywild, you're likely very close to that place echo on the material plane.
Okay, so can I look through the hole, the Watham shaped hole?
The Watham-shaped hole is gone, the magic having been shattered by the ritual and the collapse of the stone. But if you're in Butcher's Pass, or the Feywild version of the Butcher's Pass,
I don't know how to make this connection that you're trying to get me to make.
Misthold is Conway's Ferry. Never mind.
Well, if I told Elray to come to Butcher's Pass, then there's a possibility he might be there, right?
he might be.
Or
You might reason that Draken's Tower might not be terribly far from where you are, because Randy first went to the Feywild in the
Oh.
base of the Butcher's Pass Mountains.
Okay.
I thought that was
You
deep
did
in
need
the
to spell that
forest,
out for us.
which
We
I guess
wouldn't have-
yeah.
Yeah, no, my brain was in a different place.
A
It was
dad concerned
literally
place.
on the map that I sent you guys.
Really? It just says Draken's Tower?
No, but there's a pretty big tower.
Wait, what, Matt?
That is funny.
You are looting the room. You've already made a very good investigation check, so I'll say you're able to find quite a few things, including the collection of correspondence with, at the moment, unknown entities, her personal journal, and a large number of personal keepsakes, knickknacks, and paintings in the room, including a necklace with a kind of familial seal, a sword engraved with the initials WW, a
It's Willy Wonka's sword.
it's Willy Wonka's sword, a journal that's age is evident and not in her pen, and that's it.
I'd like to go to that other room with the enchanting table and go to those orbs.
I would like to
Yes.
look at the things that Chris just described to us.
Yes, and you also find, sorry, in that room, 500 gold pieces, an array of
We all know where
gems,
that's going.
an array of gemstones worth 387 gold pieces, and a potion of blur, a potion of reduce person, a potion of and scrolls of detect undead, flaming sphere. That's it.
Yeah,
Jeff,
man.
you writing this down, or is
Can you-
somebody writing this down? Or
Oh.
Chris, can you send it to us after the fact?
I shall.
Okay, appreciated.
Branwen, I'll say you can spend 20 minutes reading through the journal or the correspondence.
Ooh, journal.
All right. Sorry, which journal? There are three. There's three total things: correspondence of Ophelia, journal of Ophelia, anonymous journal that you're not sure of yet.
Old ass journal.
Old
I
ass
want to
journal.
read. Can I read the correspondence?
Okay, so let's start with the old ass journal. This journal provides a thorough recollection of the settlers of Wilbert Watham. You read through and kind of scan through the pages. It's written in a very quick and methodical hand, so it's very easy to kind of scan. They stumbled upon a stone fortress in the woods, but they were besieged by druids and elves who drove them out of the fortress where they originally tried to settle and into the mountains. They attempted to build what they could, but many people died. And after a few years, there were so few of them left, but Wilbert, quote, refused to give up. The journal, however, begins to come to its end when the owner documents a terrible storm that killed what little livestock remained, and he describes a dinner held by Wilbert to discuss next steps when a strange woman came to visit, claiming to be from Conway's Ferry. The owner opines sending a letter of her arrival to her nephew who lived there by the last name Sullivan. Several days pass before the next entry, and his final pages, their final pages, play out over the course of a few weeks, with the entries growing very hasty, frantic, and like even harder to read, but they're very brief. Notably, you learn that the chief, Wilbert Watham, welcomed Ophelia as an advisor, hailing from Conway's Ferry, and is, quote, blessed by the divine. Seemingly overnight, their gardens produced enough to feed what few mouths they had left. Ophelia very quickly wins over the chief. He hangs on every word, and he can see the disdain in Lady Esther's eyes. Lady Esther being the chief's wife. Then he goes on to write that his chief dismissed him as he will not take his advice. Despite the Ophelia's grace, we find ourselves, quote, up against it. And at some point we must yield and return to civilization, and if he cannot return to Trowood with his tail between his legs, then Conway's Ferry to be sure. The chief inevitably ends up complaining that he does not sleep. I offer a concoction that will aid him, and he calls me a would-be murderer. He sees no reason, hears no words, if not from the lips of Ophelia. Of all the things we need, the chief has commissioned a painter from Conway's Ferry. But why? In the last entry, the good Lady Esther was found dead this morning by her own hand, I suspect. The chief shed no tears. I will not stand idly by while the she-devil warps his mind. I will take my leave of this cursed place to my niece's house in Conway's Ferry.
Oh, you
Okay.
son of a bitch.
What?
So wait, whose journal was this?
This was an advisor to Wilbert Watham.
Maybe.
Okay, so in that, is there a name?
Yes, Gerald Sullivan.
Have we heard Sullivan before?
You have not.
Is there a name for the niece?
There is. Amelia Sullivan. But Willem, you're not in this room. You're at the
Okay.
table.
I'm gazing at the orbs.
Quick cut to the
Do I know?
orbs. Sorry, go ahead,
Do I know
Brennan.
the name Amelia?
You do not. Willem, you are peering into the many different orbs, and you never really see anything of note until, as you kind of glance past one, an eye looks back at you, but you are unable to discern its face.
Mm,
And it quickly passes over the orb.
okay. Not what I thought. I will
Randy,
pick up.
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just going to say I pick up an orb and I am trying to make contact with the hags.
Okay. You spend some time doing that. Randy, you read through the correspondence and find 3 letters, unsent, all written in Lady Ophelia's hand. The first: the threads of fate weave ever in our favor. The missing monarch and the lavender parlor teeters on the brink of chaos, ripe for our taking. Gwen distracts herself with the boy while we take care of the true threat, the Mad King. The second letter: you should see the play unfolding before us. Gwen finds something special in the young Willem, a spark amidst the gloom, amusing in its futility. And the party, what a tragic comedy. A dying barbarian clutching at the last straws of life, a woman lost with no hearth to call her own, a man shrouded in disbelief, his truths falling on deaf ears. Their lives are waking nightmares, each step forward a plunge deeper into despair. The final letter written today, based on the date at the top of the page. This morning's glimpse through Portland's eyes was particularly enlightening. The party is fraying at the edges, their resolve waning. The barbarian's rage is a flickering flame in the wind, and the that is a complete spelling error. The Randy shadow lengthens with doubt. Their journey to my doorstep is fraught with their inner demons, each step a dance with their own fears.
Kind of rude.
Yeah.
Damn, she hated us.
Willem, after some time, you are unable to make any contact.
Bummer.
Why is she so obsessed with us?
Hey, Randy, on a swap pages.
You guys
Sure.
find anything?
Found an old notebook.
What's in the notebook?
I toss it to him.
I look at the notebook.
Randy, what do you got?
A bunch of letters between Ophelia and I don't. Who are they addressed to?
Finding the envelopes, they are clearly addressed to the Lady Talia.
Between Ophelia and Talia. Yeah, just kind of saying how much we suck.
Oh,
Not too much substance here.
Willem,
that's it? They're just shit letters? Shit talking
I
letters?
hand her the letters.
There's other stuff in here.
Willem, you recognize the name Amelia Sullivan as your great grandmother.
Grandma.
I fucking knew it. Which means I'm related to the settlers of
Catan?
Waffleswood.
Oh.
Yes. And if there's any deeper significance than that, it is lost on me.
What a twist.
What a twist. Yeah, I tried to talk to the other hags, but that wasn't working.
Oh, you tried to ponder the orbs?
I tried to ponder the orbs, and I saw a creepy eye looking back at me, but I couldn't tell whose eye, so nothing, really.
What do you think this sixth sword does?
I don't know.
I look at the sword.
It's a very nice kind of ceremonial sword, jewel inlaid, but you don't get any sense of anything beyond that unless you'd like to make an Arcana check.
I would.
I'd like to determine if it's a magic sword.
It's crazy. It looks cool.
Can I roll for magic sword?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check. Sorry, I thought you were.
I got
Oh.
a 7.
How does a 14 do on magic sword?
It is a completely normal ceremonial sword with no special abilities.
What about this necklace?
That you can attempt to make an Arcana check on.
I do that. It's a necklace.
Yeah, what if I like potentially got like an 18 and I was looking at the necklace though?
You can definitely tell that this is a magical necklace. But beyond that, you're not really sure like what it does, other than the fact that it makes a very peculiar, like kind of humming noise from it. And you get the sense that it's not great. But you could
Not
spend
great.
an hour attuning to it if you wanted to figure out exactly what it could do.
If I were to cast
I
a
would if you guys are
magic,
cool with chilling for a little while.
Why don't we
Well-
get all the important shit and then go back to Misthold?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then
that sounds-
Yeah.
we can maybe we can scrape up some of that fruit from the bottom of the greenhouse, like the floor that I smashed, and then we could eat weird fruit in the tiny hut,
They're conditioned in there.
attuned to necklaces.
Is there any other cool magical items that we can find?
It has not. You have not. You have found everything of note in, unless you want to run an investigation check on the entire house.
Might as well.
Okay.
While we're here.
quick peek.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's
14.
good.
That's the best I've ever
15.
rolled.
I got a flat 4.
Seven.
Bramwell, what did you get?
15.
You are able to find in the dining room a map
Smash plate.
rolled up on the dining room next to a place setting, and unfurling the map, you find that it is double-sided. One with a map of Yusan, another with a
And
map,
the other side with the Declaration of Independence.
and another with the map of the Feywild. There are some locations that are noted with little notes. And another with a circle in it in Old Hallow, with an O, sorry, a T next to it because she is O. The T next to it, and then a question mark around a rather large circle around what appears to be a library in Old Hallow.
Um, what other besides the T and the question mark? What other markings on here were there?
You find a series of detailed markings around Hylasera and some of the surrounding summer court cities, namely with G's written next to them.
Huh. I wonder what the letters O, T, and G could mean.
Got
Tog.
Og.
fog.
Og.
You also find a ornate-looking hand mirror that's perched on the fireplace in the um, dining room. And Randy, while you are looking in the hallway, never mind, you wouldn't notice it.
What?
Sorry.
Do I notice anything in the hallway?
What'd you roll?
15.
You would notice, and you would recall why it's significant. You noticed it, Randy, but you don't understand why it matters.
I don't know.
Which is a small doll with an iron stake driven through its head.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
That's funny because I don't remember what this is either. Hey Willem, what the shit is this?
Hey, Chris, this creepy doll remind me of anything?
It does. It reminds you of the very same one that you saw in Wilbert Watham's mansion in Butcher's Pass.
It's my friend Bastion.
His soul rendered and destroyed.
Randy, could you say some words? That's
Uh,
my friend's former soul vessel.
oh,
He loved playing stickball.
okay. I take the doll from him and I say, um, Willem's friend, I hope that you
His name's
are
Bastion.
Bastion.
Bastion last name.
Ba- Dear Bastion, you must be playing stickball in the great beyond in the next form of life, as many of us will once do and join you. Happy next life.
I'm just gonna say, we got her, buddy. We got her. As I take the spike out of the doll's head.
Love Randy, chosen one of Adara, and Willem.
Amen.
Amen.
Does anybody else love Bastion? No?
Who?
I feel like I would have probably had a fondness for him, maybe.
Oh, you guys would have loved playing stickball together. He could hit that ball with a stick clear over any field in Conway's Ferry.
Sounds legendary.
Look, I found a hand mirror.
Oh, that's cool.
Look in the hand mirror. Is it evil?
You see a reflection of your face.
Am I handsome?
It's got that dog filter from Snapchat on though.
Yeah, little dog ears pop out. Roll a d20 for the current moment in time. This is not your official
Look,
roll.
if you open your mouth, it sticks its tongue out.
None, that feels right.
Yeah, you're kind of haggard and bloodied, but you still have got your kind of boyish good looks
I
I
said
hidden.
still think he's
huge
twice as
muscles.
big as he is.
And well, this is for the first time you're kind of noticing that you might not look as big as you think you do right now. However, you see in the reflection a hand, grizzled and haggard, placed upon your shoulder, and kind of like just the beginnings of singed red hair kind of poke out from behind you with a grin.
Ugh.
But looking over
Do I
your
know
shoulder, it is no one there. By the
Oh, what do
time,
you
one?
see?
Did I know which one it looked like?
well, you know that the only one that has red hair is Gwen.
You said
Um,
Ophelia had red hair.
well, she's dead. And
Jesus.
I've said auburn hair.
You specifically in the thing we just said when you were
didn't-
describing her flesh sloughing off
Colors
of her
are
cheeks had red
hot.
hair. But whatever.
Auburn hair. It was not the Lady Ophelia.
Okay.
You inferred that it was Gwen. And when you look back, she is not there.
Is this like a ghost mirror?
I mean, I just saw Gwen in it, so maybe.
I look in the mirror. What do I
You-
see?
You see nothing.
You
Nothing?
see nothing?
Nothing.
She's a vampire?
You see your
Am
reflection.
I there?
You see your
Oh,
reflection.
okay. I don't see anything. It's me. I look okay.
Willem, do you want me to smash this mirror?
Brandon, is it okay if I hold on to that?
Sure. Are you gonna do weird stuff with it?
Define weird stuff.
I don't want to.
Okay. Well, because you've been intentionally vague, I'll say maybe.
It's fair. Honestly, very fair.
That was a good interaction.
I give him
You guys want to burn this motherfucker down?
sure.
Yeah, I could deal with some light arson.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say the same thing.
You guys have been doing that a lot lately.
Tina,
Did
you
what-
love arson. I know this about you.
I do love a little arson.
So Sina, I
Don't
said
think you're
something a little weird earlier.
What?
I said something a little weird earlier.
Yeah, what was that?
Am I still under the effects of the
I remember.
truth?
You are.
I am. Okay. Yeah, so I got mommy and daddy issues, and you were a
Hey!
strong female presence, and you were teaching me something,
Hey.
so I clearly latched some sort of maternal feelings on to you.
Willem
Hey.
is just making eyes at Randy like, do we let this happen?
Well, I don't.
I-
I don't want you to. We can just forget it ever happened if that's.
It can totally be just like a, yeah, that was weird, and we don't have to talk about it.
You know,
ever
we
again.
all say some things without thinking. And I think we should just all admit that that can happen sometimes and be okay with it. Willem says
Yeah.
things without thinking literally all the time.
Yep. Some of us hold on to drawings without thinking.
I shoot fucking daggers at Willem.
And don't tell their friends what's on it, and that's your right, and you have privacy, and I'll respect that.
You don't have to tell us though, because we already know.
All right, let's go to Misthold, guys.
Fine, cat's out of the bag. We'll just get it over with. I have a picture of Branwyn. It was kind of weird in the moment. He gave it to me. He's a weird guy. I didn't want to insult the weird guy because you guys have been insulting him the entire dinner. So I took the drawing, and I don't know why I kept it, but I have it. Here, Branwyn, take it. Take it. It's a nice portrait of you. I'm sure you'll love it.
I take it.
Can we go now? Please, after we just helped you kill one of these wretched people who have been haunting your every waking day since the day you were born, apparently. You're welcome, by the way.
Thanks. No, I appreciate all your help. That was big. We did a good thing today.
Let's just go.
Hey,
You showed us.
Can I eat one of those fruits that makes you pass out?
That I've crushed in my swampy boots.
Oh. Never mind.
Let's save it for the tiny hut.
Let's go walk through the swamp in silence.
After we burn this place down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need. A little bit of cleansing flame to, tide things over.
Yep.
You'd think with my background I'd be traumatized by fire, but I actually found it quite comforting.
how did I come out of this situation doing the least weird shit?
I feel like I didn't do that much weird shit at all.
Well, that would require you to actually do something. I'm joking.
Good one. No, that was good.
I will say you all stand in quiet solitude as Willem, you kind of bring your flaming sword, touch it to the base of the building, and the fire begins to slowly crackle and spread. And the evening air kind of thick and heavy around you, but a sense of foreboding kind of lifting from the swamp as the building slowly ignites in flame and crackles before you.
God, this is awesome.
You can feel the heat radiating on your skin, kind of bringing some beads of sweat to your arms as you stand, kind of begin to reason that now is the time to begin to pace away.
I think we'll pace away now, or at least Willem will.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's go.
You begin your walk back to Misthold. Are any of you doing anything with this walk?
No.
I'd like to just have a quick word with Branwyn.
In silence, away from everybody?
It doesn't have to be in silence.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of like, hey, is it just like, are the vibes like really weird, or am I misreading something?
No, it feels kind of bad right now.
All right.
Or
Yeah.
are you talking about like
No,
in
no,
general or just right now?
I was saying like right now.
I mean, it's weird, I guess. I glare at Willem.
I'll give you a little.
Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah, no, it's weird. That's fine.
I also think it's weird.
No one asked you, Willem.
Maybe I overheard.
Ugh.
Maybe I didn't.
Continue walking.
Okay, walking in silence. You were right.
You guys ever like kill one of the three people who's like oppressed and haunted you for your whole life, but like it doesn't feel like you really did that, and maybe you just made things worse?
Actually, yes.
Bran went a little 1,000 yard stare.
Yeah, we killed Trunchmer that one time.
Some of us did.
God.
Why are you being so mean
I'm
to me?
sorry.
Um,
Did
I'll
you just
say,
make fun of her for dying in combat?
you are able to return to Misthold, and the
I
town
was the
is
only one that went back for Randy, and I died for it.
the town is rather quiet. Night has not quite fallen yet. It is still evening time. But you know you passed by Mara's tent to get deeper into the city, or rather out of the city and towards the Lady Ophelia. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Okay, we're good. Um, and as she sees you approach, she will rush out of the tent. You're you're alive. You you
Oh
are
yeah.
so you're working with her now.
Oh no. I will reach into my bag and pull out the half a heartstone. She's toast.
You actually fucking did it.
Well, he did actually, and I point at Randy.
Excuse. I don't care. You said you would do something for our town, and you fucking did it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I thank you. I, nobody's. Everyone's always really quick to write us off. No one's ever tried before.
Well, other than Eldrin.
Well, he's not actually trying.
You just broke up big time for me.
He's not
Yeah,
actually. He's not
Oh.
actually trying.
Oh no. Yeah. Well,
We can't repay you. I'm
no,
sorry.
no, you don't have to. This is like a personal thing.
I don't care if it's personal or not. You've done us an immense service. If my dad were here, I know he'd be. Well, he'd probably call you son, if I'm being honest, but. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have you talked to anybody else in town recently?
I mean, not since this morning when you left. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering if everything's like okay, because some of us got like this big sense of foreboding, and I just want to make sure everything's cool.
When the house went up in flames?
Just generally, but yes.
And then when the house went up in flames, you felt the foreboding kind of lift.
Oh, so
It was a
no, so
good feeling.
everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's
So
fine.
that talking we did about being the weird vibes, that's just us.
That was just interpersonal weird vibes.
Oh
Yeah.
no. I was feeling
She kind of
like
looks
we
amongst you
fucked
like,
up.
"Are you guys okay?"
Oh,
No.
we're great.
Well, I know if you head into town, it'll be a hero's welcome. We have to tell everyone. We have to tell everyone what you've done.
Why'd you hesitate?
Have you talked to Eldrin?
No.
We just got here.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We need to...
You're not saying something, and I'd appreciate it if you were a bit forthcoming.
Well, it's just that he's been the one that's been talking about saving us from the Lady Ophelia, but he's been so resistant to going and actually doing anything about it.
Yeah, and
So
turning people into like walking automatons.
that's kind of the vibe that I've been getting.
Yeah. So like maybe he wasn't actually going to help you guys at all.
That's my impression.
Hardly be the first time a mysterious stranger blowed into town and took advantage of people down on their luck.
Well, that's very fair. Ilara seems to think that he's the next greatest thing, but sometimes I
Yeah, I
fear
wonder
that
if
we're
that
just...
has anything to do with the fact that he got her.
Well, they're not. They're still themselves. It's the thing. No, this is... We're overthinking it. You've done a tremendous thing. We have to tell Morwyn and Joran and what little we'll put a feast. You ever had gumbo? It's fantastic.
Gumbo.
No, I haven't. That sounds delightful.
Well, we used to. When I was a kid, we used to put on this huge cauldron for the whole town, and all the people would come back. Bran would come back, and he'd just drop in the day's catch. Lila knew where to find the best stuff. Head to the elders' hall. I'm sure they'll want to hear about what you've done. And find me later. And she's going to look specifically at you, Willem.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Slut era.
What era?
I narrow my eyes at her and I say, "You're not I have to ask. You're not a hag, right?"
To be honest, I understand why you'd ask, given what you've just done. No, I'm not a hag.
You're not his mom either, are you?
No, my mom died a long time ago.
But you're not
You're
my
not his
mom.
mom.
Well, having never met you until yesterday. No.
Okay.
And you're not Dunk's mom.
No,
At that comment, Cena just goes,
Willem does look at Cena. um yeah, let's go to the sort of elders hall. I will catch up to all of you. There's somebody I need to talk to first.
all right.
As we leave, I'm also gonna like kind of squint my eyes and I'm like, you don't put tomatoes in your gumbo, do you?
Oh no, wouldn't dream of it.
That's what I thought.
Took a big guess there. um,
Dunk is gonna stay here forever.
Branwyn, Randy, and Dunk head towards the Elders Hall. Willem, where are you headed? And Cena.
I am going to the docks to find Portland.
I was wondering about what he was up to too.
You find Portland sitting there, not playing his instrument, but kind of just sitting there, looking very, kind of nodding his head up and down, and then occasionally lifting it up. And if he could see, you imagine he would be looking out of the water. But as you approach, he kind of senses your presence. Well, you came back. Something tells me I don't see no more the same way I used to.
Uh, yeah, I was sort of wondering if you could tell me if that was the case, and to let you know, I think she's gone. Really gone.
I don't feel an itching in the back of my mind. Don't feel a scratch at the back of my eyes. He kind of turns, faces your direction, but his eyes kind of looking beyond you. Still hazy and white, but different in a way. I'd given up hope. And you'll forgive if I was mysterious in my guidance toward you.
Yeah,
Didn't
you were a
didn't
little bit apoplectic. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying it.
didn't want to give too much away or lead you down a path that would be well, unfortunate for you.
I hopped on that path a long time ago.
So then you know what's waiting for you.
Do more of them, at least.
More than that, son. And I will have everyone except Willem go on mute.
Oh, I get one.
Wait. I got it.
Not something I could tell you when she had her hold on me. I tried to warn your friend. She may have told you. But there's a worse fate awaiting you. Declining to join their coven is a curse. That's why I'm here. I grew up in Mercia, not far from Conway's Ferry. They brought me here, she brought me here. Ripped out my eyes, put her own in. This place curses me with a long and unfortunate life. You've managed to evade their grasp. It's very good of you. I feel it more than you do. He kind of starts to pant a little bit, and his breathing gets haggard. He goes, our lives are different than those around you. We exist because they will it so. Should they not exist, neither will we.
You're telling me ending them means ending us.
It's an oath you've sworn now. You're on a path. You've put us all on a path. Me, I think I'll just enjoy what life I got left. You've given me a great, great gift.
You said you denied her. How could she bring you here? How did she see through your eyes?
I denied joining her coven. That doesn't mean I was strong enough to beat her. She pulled me here by her own force of will. Once she took my eyes, there wasn't ever going to be a place I could go where she wouldn't be able to find me. But you've given me a gift, son. You've given me a life without her. And when you finally kill the rest of them bitches, it'll be a life well lived. Just make sure you live yours in the time that you got. 'Cause that's it. At least that's what she told me.
Do you believe her?
Never really had a reason to lie.
I mean, they are fans of twisting their words.
Sure, I thought about that for a while. The reality is, she knew I couldn't kill her. So why lie about that?
Do you know how many of us there are?
Oh, she talked about a few more. Most in the service of that other one, Lady Talia. Didn't like you very much. She said, Lady Guinevere took a keen interest in you. You're the only one she's had in years. But it's them together, the trinity that brings you into this world. It's an old magic, dark magic. Not one many folks are willing to practice. It's never stopped them. Most go the way of a violent death. Killed by people that don't understand us, don't understand our plight.
Have you known any who have joined with them?
Oh, sure. They're the real cursed ones. All the wretchedness. Half the power. Dreaming that one day they get to take their place. I promise you I ain't taking hers. I said no to that life.
Do you know why they do it?
Why does anybody do anything? When you're cursed with immortality, or at least the perception of it, you live more lifetimes than anyone ever should. You do things unseemly. You know what I mean, son?
I have an idea.
Cherish those you got around you. And if you choose to go the path that, against this oath you've sworn, I would understand. It's a difficult life facing your own mortality. But like I said, immortality does lead to unseemly things. And with that, he's going to kind of sling his guitar over his shoulder and start to gently thumb a tune.
Portland, one day there will be no more of our kind. I swore an oath and I mean to keep it.
You're a mighty fine boy. Nay. You're a mighty fine man, son. Would that I could call you my own.
I'm sorry for what it's worth about all of this. It's
It's
a
alive.
terrible thing.
You know, I like to think my parents loved me. They wanted me so badly. They knew the price. Could you ever want something badly enough to know what would become of their lives? Sometimes I curse their name. Curse it so much I damn near forgot them. But I hope I remember. I hope I remember.
I hope you do too. And I will lay a hand on his shoulder and walk away.
All right. You walk down the dock and toward the long hall where your friends have gathered outside and await to go in. We can continue, or we could press pause for the evening, depending on what you all would like to do.
I think I need to press pause.
All right. So we will pause here and plan to reconvene outside the long hall on the night that you have slain the Lady Ophelia. We thank you all for tuning in to another exciting edition of Nat20Hot. As always, you can check the link in our chat or on our welcome first time chatter just as we are hopping off here. But we hope that you'll join us again next Wednesday, which is February the. We're looking and we're looking. 6th. February the.
Nope, 7.
The 7th, because I know how to look at calendars. February the 7th, at our usual time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. As always, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and our website at Nat20Hot, www.nat20hot.com. Tune into all of our episodes on YouTube and get up to speed on what's the happy haps with Nat20Hot. We hope you all have wonderful evenings, a wonderful week, and we will see you here again next Wednesday. Good night.
I would also make another little plug. Blood centers nationally are having a shortage, so if you are able to donate, not everybody can, but if you are able to donate blood, please do. The blood center near me in New Orleans is giving away this nice little blanket. It's a very soft, comfy fleece blanket for donors.
Right on. We are all about healthier. Donate to your local blood blanks. And blood blanks, have a great night, everyone. So long.
Bye,
Bye,
Zomboy!
Bye,
Zomboy.
Zomboy.